Okay, let's do this fucking shit. What's going on, folks? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Ghost Show, episode 8. Don't be late. And that's right, folks, if you're reading right now in the description, we do have to disable media share, and we have to disable media share because of the Wu-Tang Clan. The Wu-Tang Clan. We're gonna get to this here in just a second, all right? But that's why media share has been disabled, and let's just see if we can get to a serious show, because I've got hundreds of thousands of serious listeners out there that want to listen to the financial insight, that want to listen to the social and political commentary. All right? So now, episode 8 of The Ghost Show, I'm your host. It's time to get it on, baby, all right? Let's see if we can get a goddamn show. I'm hype. All right, are you hype? I'm hype. All right. Let's just calm down. All right, you get me out of here, engineer. Get me out. Take the music out of here. All right, there we go. All right, folks. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is The Ghost Show, episode 8. And I just want to start off right off the bat by saying that we do not have media share today. All right. Media share has been disabled. We'll bring it back on Friday. But we have to disable it. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. It has to do with episode 7 not being able to be watched in any countries because of a copyright claim. And this copyright claim, believe it or not, was the Wu-Tang Clan of all people. The Wu-Tang Clan. Whoever the hell it was that donated and put on that song Cream, you know, cash rules everything around. It was the Wu-Tang Clan. That was the one that, you know what, I'm going to tell you this right now. Wu-Tang, you can go suck it, okay? You guys are pieces of trash. And I can't believe that especially rappers who use, and this is how rap started, folks, they use the beats and the melodies of songs of old, songs from the 70s, songs from, hey, take the title screen off, for Christ's sake, engineer. All right, songs from old. And they use those songs in an effort to go ahead and try to make some new music, hence rap music. That was notorious with Dr. Dre and all those folks in the East Coast. And now you got Wu-Tang over here. Wu-Tang trying to make a goddamn copyright claim, for Christ's sake. All right. Look, I don't know what's going to happen here. Now, I want to be honest. YouTube has been gracious enough to go ahead and let me continue doing what I'm doing. They think it's innovative. I mean, I told you guys, I'm on YouTube. This is big time now, baby. Ghost is big time now. We in here with the big boys. Now, according to YouTube, they're going to go ahead and try to take out the aforementioned copyrighted material that was on that broadcast. It's in processing now. So hopefully we shall see episode 7 posted up here in due time. So we shall see what happens. All right, now let's just go ahead and go right into the broadcast. Now, I want to go ahead and put a point of emphasis that if you look on the screen right now, you see a website. It's ghost.report, folks. That is my social media, all right? Because I'm not going on any of these social media oligarchs anymore, the Twitters and the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all this. I'm not doing that anymore. I already went down that game. I went down that road. We're not going down that road no more. All right? So whatever happens to the YouTube broadcast, all right? Whatever happens to the YouTube broadcast that we're doing, you could go ahead and find out what the hell's going to happen next. 'Cause I'm going to be honest with you. There are a whole bunch of different streaming outlets that we can use. And I'm going to be honest with you, we can do the same thing, media shares, text to speech. They have all those options. I'm just sitting over here. I'm just trying to do the big time. This is my 15 minutes right here on YouTube, and I feel great. All right? I feel great. I got production notes. I got production notes right here, and I'm ready to do a serious show. Now, I want to say F you, Wu-Tang Clan. You're a freaking bunch of studio gangsters. How dare you? How dare you act like a bunch of sniveling pieces of penny-pinching garbage? I mean, I thought y'all were all like busting, flows and making money with the gold jewels and all that. What happened to that? What the hell happened to that? Anyway, let's go ahead and F you, Wu-Tang, all right? These assholes got me so pissed off on this because we can't watch episode 7 of The Ghost Show. It's not even up. It's got to be processed or whatever. I'm just saying, I can't believe it's Wu-Tang. I mean, I've lost all respect for these gangster rappers. I'm not even kidding. They're pieces of trash. Anyway, look, I got production notes here. We are in the 25th day of the government shutdown, folks. And, before I get into the markets, I want to talk about this government shutdown because I am completely for it. I think it's been long overdue, and I think that what the president is doing by causing not only the shutdown because of immigration reform and the so-called border wall, he's doing this at the appropriate time because what people don't understand is that he, by not only conducting this issue as a means of the shutdown, I'm talking about immigration reform and I'm talking about the border wall, he's utilizing all the media, all this press. The longer this government shutdown goes, the immigration issue, all this as a de facto campaigning mechanism for 2020. All right. And I think that now Trump is fully committed for a 2020 re-election of the presidency. And I think that he is starting this. This is a campaign tool, in my personal opinion. I mean, he's making the Democrats look non-humane, even though they attempt to campaign on humanitarian issues. Now, lest we forget, about 8 months ago, these damn Democrats were all at the border. They were all crying about how these children were being stripped away from their parents and that this was a humanitarian issue. Y'all remember that, right? I mean, luckily, y'all are on the internet. Y'all can go search for this crap if y'all don't believe me, but y'all remember it. I mean, there's all kinds of media that you could find of these damn Democrats back then, 6 to 8 months ago, making this child separation immigration an issue of humanitarian proportions. All right, now there is a legitimate humanitarian situation. There's a lot of people dying at these, facilities that they've got these folks who are insistent by the hundreds of thousands to come into our country. And what President Trump is doing by making this immigration the focal point of the shutdown is showing that these Democrats don't care about the children at the border. They don't care about the immigration issue. It's not about humanitarianism for them. It's purely political. Because now even though what would end this whole government shutdown would be not just a border wall, folks, okay? It's more than a border wall. It's an immigration reform. It is a new immigration policy so that we can bring in folks. I mean, you dumb people out here that listen to these talking heads on the mainstream media, you don't understand. Our president is not against bringing in folks from other countries into our country to become citizens. But there has to be a legitimate process in which we can, manage these folks, and they're not just wandering off in our damn country, a loose cannon. Moreover, there has to be a vetting process so that we can have folks that come into our country based on merit. And that's been the focal point of the whole immigration reform that has been pushed by the president. And of course, you have these liberal Democrats, whatever you want to call them now, progressives, whatever you want to call these folks, they are now trying to say that the immigration issue is a, quote, non-issue. It's a non-issue now, right? I mean, wasn't that the response by the Gothic picture of Chuck kick the American people in the balls Schumer and Nancy plastic face Pelosi? Huh? I'm serious. I mean, wasn't that the border is not an issue. Now it's a non-issue, huh? Now all of a sudden it's a non-issue. I'm telling you, this is a brilliant political move by the president. It puts the immigration issue at the top of the mind, and it shows that the Democrats truly don't care about anyone unless it benefits them politically. That's what it does. All right? That's all it does. And the longer this shutdown goes on, we're at the 25th day of the shutdown, the longer it goes down, the more Trump is campaigning by de facto, by putting at the top of mind immigration reform. We're not against bringing in folks into this country. All right, Trump and folks on the right are not against doing that. What we're against is the current policy that leaves an open, porous border. And what I don't understand is all these leftists that try to claim that they want immigrants to come to America based on a humanitarian purpose don't even think about it. It doesn't gloss their stupid minds that once these illegal immigrants are in this country, they are being economically exploited for their labor on a consistent basis. They're being economically exploited in a massive capacity. And what I don't understand is, how come nobody talks about that on the left? How come nobody talks about the fact that, okay, yeah, these folks, they want to come into this country. They want to make a better life for themselves. But they're not out here coming in here and giving a red carpet. I mean, these folks are out here having to work below minimum wage, many times in hard labor out here, being economically exploited. Where's that humanitarian issue coming from the left? Where is that? Where the hell is that? All right, I'm just saying. And these leftists that talk about how the immigrants that come into our country want a better life, negating the fact that they're going to be economically exploited once they're here, these are the same Democrats, the same liberals, the same leftists that'll tout that they want to mandate a legal minimum wage of $15 an hour. I mean, it's stupid. And that's why I wanted to do this broadcast, and I wanted to penetrate the psyches of those that are out there that, look, it doesn't matter what political persuasion you are. You have to boil it down to common sense, man. All right? I'm just saying. And not to mention, now that we've had this 25th day in the government shutdown, what do we have here? We got federal workers that are now becoming, I don't know, a focal point in the mainstream media as though we should have compassion because they're not, getting their paychecks or something. All right? I mean, are y'all hearing this? Oh, the federal workers, they're not getting their paychecks. And are you joking? Are you kidding me? I mean, when I hear this, when I hear about, all this compassion for federal workers that are not getting their paychecks because of the government shutdown, I think about, first of all, they're going to get that back paid to begin with. It's not like that's lost work. All right? I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Good God. Anyway, look, I just don't have any compassion for the federal workers out here. I'm sorry. All right. I don't have any compassion for them because, first and foremost, many of these federal workers are making a substantial amount more per year than those in the private sector. And you see, unlike those in the federal government that are being paid, those in the private sector have to be held accountable. You know, they're held accountable to a certain extent. In federal jobs, I mean, all you got to do is go to a goddamn post office, man, and go mail out a package and see how these fat old piranha bastards are sitting back there acting as if you're ruining their day. You know, as if you're ruining their day, for heaven's sake. I have no compassion for the federal workers that are so-called out of work, and don't fall for it either. They're going to get their back pay. These folks, I want to be honest with you, most federal workers, 90% of them could be fired tomorrow and no one would care. You could literally streamline their jobs with technology, with all kinds of... 90% of federal worker jobs aren't... we don't even need them. They're a bunch of paper pushers. They're a bunch of desk jockeys. These aren't people producing anything. They're nothing more than a bunch of Vokes in a sick machine, in a sick system. And we're supposed to show compassion? Oh, the federal workers, they're not getting paid because of the government shutdown. Wah! Go shove it up your asses, you federal workers. What happened to the compassion of the people back in 2008 and 2009? And I was there broadcasting during the true conservative radio days, back in the true capitalist radio days. I was broadcasting, and not only did I highlight the economic impact of the 2008 and 2009 recession, but I saw it with my own eyes. I bet some of you grew up during that time and saw a lot of changes in your economic situation. What about those folks? What about those folks? How come we don't ever talk about those folks that lost their businesses, that lost their homes, that lost their cars, that lost their families, etc.? Okay, here we are. We're worried about a bunch of stupid paper pushers and a bunch of desk jockeys, federal workers, because they're not getting paid right now. Screw you federal workers, man. 90% of you could be cut out and we wouldn't need any of you, all right? We wouldn't need any of you. So go shove it up your ass, all right, you federal workers. You're not getting any sympathy from me. I'll tell you that right damn now. You're not getting no sympathy from me. And nor should they get any sympathy from you folks. All right? I mean, how come these paper pushers, how come they get the cush long-term employment? How come they get the non-accountable job? How come the federal workers are able to get these generous retirement benefits, etc.? I'm just saying, you leftists have to stay a little consistent as far as I'm concerned. You got to stay a little bit more consistent out here, because I'm telling you right now, you are starting to show your complete and total hypocrisy, each and every one of you. We're supposed to care. We're supposed to care about federal workers. Get the hell out of here. We're supposed to care about federal workers. These people are useless, all right? I mean, the more federal workers there are, the more burden they are on society. Ugh. And we're supposed to care. We're supposed to goddamn care. Go shove it up your ass. I don't care. All right? Jesus Christ. Got my production notes here. And let's just go ahead and get on with the markets, folks, okay? And now I got a lot of hundreds of thousands of people that listen to the market analysis, so that's what we're going to do today. Now, you saw some positivity in the market today, folks, and the reason that we have positivity in the market is because we saw some earnings come in, And a lot of those earnings were better than expected. And because we saw a lot of better than expected earnings, you had Wall Street react accordingly. But as I've stated, folks, there's a lot of factors that have direct impact on the market. And the one specific, as I've been saying, is the damn Federal Reserve. All right, the Federal Reserve, folks, is a key factor in whether or not these stocks are going to continue to go down and whether or not we're going to be stagnant, if not digressing as an economy. Because as I've stated, all right, as I've stated, the Federal Reserve right now is raising interest rates for some reason. Okay? They're raising interest rates because they're claiming that the economy is growing at such a rapid pace that they have to somehow calm markets by raising interest rates. Now, by raising interest rates, folks, you have to understand, all right? By raising interest rates, you are, by consequence, calling back currency notes that were written and basically stamped for the past, since Greenspan? I've been talking about this for a minute. Alan Greenspan was the man that started all this goddamn overprinting of the money, and that's why we've seen the degradation of the value of our dollar happen up until about the time that Trump came into office. Now, Trump, let's just be completely honest with his will, because it wasn't his policies, okay? All right, it wasn't his policies. All right, it was his it was his will that forced people to come into the United States, to put massive amounts of investment in the United States, and because of that, you have an increase in the job market. You had more folks being lured into the United States for production and other headquarter-based purposes, subdivisions, etc. And right now, what we have here, folks, what we have here is a budding economy. And we've seen it in 2017. We saw it a little bit in 2018. But as the economy grew, for whatever reason, all right, for whatever reason, the goddamn Federal Reserve raised interest rates. And they raised them dramatically. You know? And I don't understand why they did it. I have no idea why they did it. I mean, it boggles my mind. I mean, I'm starting to believe, folks, that the whole Federal Reserve raising the interest rates is intentional, if you want my opinion. I completely believe it's intentional. I'm not even kidding around. And if it isn't intentional, then tell me what the hell the purpose is to be able to raise interest rates. I mean, these guys aren't raising it no quarter point anymore, folks. This is 2+%. This is big time here. And I'm just saying, I mean, why would you do that? I don't understand why the purpose of you doing that. What would be the purpose of that? And in my opinion, folks, if you want my opinion, it's basically it's basically intentional. If you want my personal view, it's intentional. All right? I mean, I think it's absolutely intentional, for Christ's sake. All right? And for all those folks that are saying that I'm not live, what are you talking about? I'm live, you morons. People in the chat room over here saying he's not live. He's not live. I'm live. What are you talking about? Good God. I'm live. I'm here. I mean, I'm trying to give you guys some information. I'm shooting you pearls here. All right? Good God. I'm just saying here, all right? I'm just saying. I'm trying to shoot pearls and you people are over here. Look, I know people are disappointed that, you know, for whatever reason, we don't have media share today. I thought I'd take a break on it, considering we had Wu-Tang Clan and their stupid, dumb studio gangster asses out here copyright claiming the episode 7, hence that's why it's not up right now. So whatever happens, once again, if you look on your screen, ghost.report, make sure to take a look at that. Whatever happens to this stream, I mean, you know, that's my social media right there, all right? Ghost.report. Now, anyway, like I said, I think the whole Federal Reserve thing is intentional. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that they are the ones that are throwing a wrench in the economy. Because as I stated, okay, as I've stated many, many times, if, okay, these sons of bitches raise interest rates enough and make money valuable enough. That's what's happening with the raising of interest rates. It's making money more valuable because there's less in circulation. I mean, that's how the Federal Reserve calls back currency that they've printed in the past, is by raising interest rates. Now, by doing that, folks, it brings back value in hard currency, United States dollars. And as a result, because there's value in holding your money in whatever capacity, whether it's in savings, whether you're stuffing it in your damn mattress, whatever, it is gaining value, all right? It is gaining value. And because of that, most people aren't going to spend their damn money, all right? Most people aren't going to spend their damn money. I mean, you even had an article today that came out by Goldman Sachs. You could go ahead and Google that up, stating that the rich, okay, the rich will not spend, they will not spend their money because it's actually gaining value. And it's going to be the reasoning of an economic slowdown. And I've been saying this. I've been saying this for some time. That's why I am not bullish on this stock market, even though you saw some decent earnings today in the stock market. I am not bullish at all right? At all on this. Anyway, Dow Jones Industrial was up today, once again, because, I don't know what the hell. And it's not recorded. Shut up in the chat room. Anyway, Dow Jones Industrials is up 141.57 points, a percentage increase of 0.59%, closing out the Dow at 24,207.16 points for the Dow Jones Industrial, okay? Now, let's continue. We got the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is also up today, 5.80 points, a percentage increase of 0.22%, closing out the S&P at 616.10 for the S&P 500, okay? And the NASDAQ, it also led the rally today because we had a lot of decent earnings coming in from some of the tech stocks. The NASDAQ is up, 10.86 points, a percentage increase of 0.15%, closing out the NASDAQ at 7,034.70 points for the NASDAQ composite, all right? Now, let's go ahead and take a look a little bit more at some other economic indicators. This is why I always go over the commodities, even though some of you people are like, I don't want to do this. I don't. The commodities are good indicators on what you're going to be paying at the pump, what you're going to be paying at the grocery store. This is important, you jerks. All right? Good God. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to crude oil, all right? WTI sweet crude, for all those folks that don't know, WTI sweet crude is the crude oil that is consumed by America, okay? The current price to it right now, it's gone down 31 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.59%, all right? Closing out the WTI sweet crude at $52 even, all right? All right, what else do we have here? Let's continue going. All right. We've got Brent crude. Brent crude is down today 30 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.49%, closing out Brent crude at $61.02 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline is down 0.52%, natural gas down 1.36%, heating oil, it is down 0.54%. Let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! We've got gold here. Gold, it is up. I don't know why it continues to climb, even though we're supposed to have a value creeping up in the dollar because of the Federal Reserve raising interest rates. But that's obviously not the case. You got some people heading for cover. Let's take a look. It's up 30 cents today, a percentage increase of 0.02%, closing out gold at $1,294.10 per troy ounce of gold. Let's continue going here, folks. All right, let's continue going. We've got silver. Silver is down a penny, a percentage decrease of 0.05%. Closing out silver at $15.63 per troy ounce of silver. We've got copper here. It is down 0.04%, and platinum is down 0.03% on the day. Let's go ahead and get to agriculture, folks. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this. All right, I'm glad. This is a better show here. All right? This is a better show. This is a decent show. All right? Just saying, I got production notes. Feeling pretty good here. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's go to grains, all right? Corn is down, what is this? 0.13%. Wheat is down 0.10%. Oats are up 0.17%. Rough rice is up 0.48%. Soybean is up 0.31%. We got soybean oil down 0.07%, and canola is down 0.10%. Let's continue here. All right, we've got the softs. Let's get to cocoa. I'm glad I'm covering these damn things. Give me a drink. Give me a drink, engineer. All right? Give me a damn drink. I'm feeling good here, man. Let's get to cocoa, which is the base for chocolate. Now, folks that have been listening to me for a while know that I've been saying watch cocoa, or cocoa, however the hell you pronounce it. All right, watch this in the softs, because most of this commodity is produced in Africa. It's produced in Africa, and as a result, you're going to have a lot of folks that are going to possibly be affected that are producing this commodity. Why? Because Ebola. I don't know if you've been noticing this, folks, or been reading this at all in the damn media, but Ebola is striking Africa en masse. You've got about 600 people, according to reports. 600 people that are out there conducting themselves in this capacity with Ebola. I mean, they've got Ebola. They're out there, infected with Ebola. So anyway, I'm just saying this is going to affect the cocoa prices, which is also going to affect the damn chocolate prices as well. So anyway, cocoa is up on the day 2.11%. Coffee is up 1.09%. Sugar is up 0.08%. Coffee, let me go back to coffee. It's up 1.09%. And the reason we're seeing an increase in coffee, and the reason is because coffee is mostly produced in South America. It's not produced in America. So whenever we have any kind of, disorder that's happening in South America. South America is currently having a bunch of political turmoil. Nicaragua's having some issues. You've got Guatemala having issues. And as a result, you're going to see commodities that are produced in these countries raise as a result. So that's why we're seeing a raise in coffee, and see if that's reflected in your little latte at your Starbucks or wherever the hell you're getting it, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, let's continue going. We've got sugar up 0.08. We've got orange juice down 0.41%. We've got cotton down 0.29%. We've got lumber. Lumber is up for some reason, 2.29%. That's very interesting. If you want my personal opinion, it's because of all these damn numbers that we're getting with the housing situation in America. Housing continues to go upward, and I think that's a bad trend. I think all trends are pointing towards what we were doing that caused the contraction and the recession of 2008 and 2009. And I think that everybody in here should be very concerned about this. I would not, to all the folks that are out there, I would not, absolutely not, buy any real estate at this point in time. I would not buy any real estate at all. And the reason I say that, folks, is because real estate, in my personal opinion, is just way overinflated, man. I think that we're going to see a crash in real estate that is the equivalent of what we saw in 2008 and 2009. And I want to be honest with you, I had a lot of capital back then, baby. All right, I still got it, but I had a lot of capital back in the crash of 2008, 2009. And I was able to, hook it up, baby. I was able to, scrape up some real estate when real estate prices were literally pennies on the dollar. I mean, this is why everyone should always focus on what they have in their net worth, baby. They got to be able to liquidate stuff and be able to make these types of financial moves, man. All right? So once again, I would not buy real estate in the United States right now. It's way overpriced, and I think that we're going to see a crash at any time. I can't predict when the hell that's going to happen. There's a lot of, co-opting of government and private institutions that are propping this up. Because lest we forget, folks, that most of the damn loans that are being produced for these damn houses that are, raising up the roof out here are coming from FHA. All right, FHA are federal funded loans. All right, federal funded loans, baby. Okay, so that means that the people backing up the loans are the federal government. And I don't like that whatsoever, because I don't know if you are familiar with these financial instruments, but an FHA loan, all you've got to do is put down, 2%, 1% of the home's value, and the damn federal government will give you the loan for whatever the home is. Unlike in traditional private financial institutions like banks, man, you got to drop at least 20, 25%, baby. 20, 25% at least. At least, man. So I'm just saying, I don't like where this is headed. The last time this happened, back in 2008 and 2009, folks, what happened was the real estate prices went so downward because everybody was being laid off. It was a recession. Everybody was being laid off. Everybody was being just, it was a horrible situation. Let's just put it that way. And as a result, all this inflated housing value that was being the damn, the pinnacle of American success at the time just completely dropped off. Completely dropped off to the point where you had, what would be at the 2006 levels, real estate prices of $500,000, all right? It went down to $100,000, $80,000. And who was left with the bag on that? The financial institutions, the banks. I don't know if y'all remember, they called it toxic assets. They were holding housing notes for $500,000, and now the collateral that backed up the housing note was worth no more than $80,000. Okay? So this is literally where we're headed again, but the only difference is this. Okay? Back then, you had a lot of people, you had a lot of folks that were in the private institutions of Wall Street, of the banks, all these folks that were holding all these toxic assets. The government, under Obama, whether you leftists want to admit it or not, bailed these sons of bitches out by purchasing or recapitalizing all their toxic assets, while everybody else in America who was losing their businesses, their homes, their livelihoods, their jobs, they didn't get jack. They didn't get anything. And remember, the whole purpose of Obama's election back in 2008 and 2009 was so that he could help folks pay their mortgages. Remember those sayings? He's going to pay my mortgage. He's going to pay my car note. He's going to pay this. He's going to pay that. Are you kidding me? Anyway, folks, the only reason I went on this whole diatribe, this whole soliloquy about the 2008-2009 recession was because, folks, we're looking like that again. We're looking like that again. Only this time, you know who's going to be holding the bag on all these foreclosed homes in the next recession? It's going to be the damn federal government. It's going to be the federal government, because those are the loans that are being handed out right now in this so-called booming real estate market. So if you're a young person right now and you're making lots of capital, if you want my opinion, I think that you should be putting your capital in something that's going to mature in value, or you can at least liquidate and it will not go down in value. All right? I'm just saying, you got to think for yourself out here. That's why I do this broadcast. I'm trying to shoot pearls to you people to realize that, look, I can take a little bit of control into my life, and I can do some certain things and be what I want to be. I mean, you as an individual, whatever it is that your dreams, whatever it is that you want to do, the only folks that are going to manifest that to happen is just you. It's just lonely old you. And I want to say what's up to Sticks Hexen Hammer 666. What's going on, man? How you doing? Anyway, let's continue going here. We got, where was I at, engineer? I don't even know where the hell I was at. All right, where are we here? Yeah, that's right. We were going to orange juice. It's down 0.41%. Cotton is up 0.18%. Yeah, that's right. Lumber. That's why I was a little concerned that the lumber prices were 2.9% increase on the day. That's a very considerable jump for a daily spike on lumber. But that's a signification of this bloated real estate market that is just... I mean, look, kids, I want to be honest with you. I mean, when are you folks going to realize, I'm talking to you millennials, I'm talking to you Generation Zers out there, that you all were had. Y'all were hoodwinked by your families, by your parents. Now, I'm not saying all of your parents are bad. I mean, if you had some, you folks that, your parents left you a nest egg, they left you a business, they left you some property. Well, at least that shows that they were responsible parents and they were living so that their next generation could have the equivalent, if not better lives than they. But let's be honest with you, that is not the case for most millennials and most Gen Zers. And I don't know when y'all are going to snap out of it and realize it, that your lives right now have been carefully crafted by this sick, demented, systematic, federal worker-based crap. I mean, don't you understand that many of you were subjected to public education? Public education, right? It's supposed to be a good education. Why? It's free. And who is in charge of that public education? None other than the damn government. And what is the government doing? What is their purpose? Their purpose is to create whatever bureaucratic system that they control to make it bigger, to make it more funded, to make it have more bloated bureaucrats within it, so it can't be completely wiped out. Because it's just like Milton Friedman said, the great capitalist economist, once you create a bureaucracy, it's very easy to create it. It is damn near impossible to eliminate it. And that's what's happened here. I mean, don't you kids understand that your whole education scheme was none other than an indoctrination for you to be I hate to say, let's just put it in a kinder phrase, a vehicle to justify the inflated budgets of the public education system. And while you were in the public education system, what did they tell you? You got to go to college. You got to go to college. You're going to be a piece of crap if you don't go to college. You got to go to college. You got to go to college. And you know what they did? They created one of the biggest scams to ever hit a young generation in world history. And I'm talking about the college education system, folks. The college education system, it is the biggest scam to be pulled on young people of all time. And you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about this. Back when I was going to college, you could literally, okay, this is, I'm not going to tell you, well, let's just say the 70s, okay? All right, back then, you could get yourself a part-time job, okay? I'm not joking. You get yourself a part-time job, and that part-time job would be able to afford you a little shitter apartment, even if it's crappy, a little crappy apartment, a little small, little crapper car that you can buy off the street, and legitimately have a little bit left over so that you could pay for your damn college. I'm not kidding around, folks. College was not the price that it is today. It is not the price that it is today, folks. I went to college, okay? I paid for my college. All right, I wasn't out here, putting my life on the line on a lifelong freaking student loan. I mean, give me a break. They didn't even have student loans back then, for Christ's sake. They were talking about, what did they have back then in the old banks? They would advertise these savings loans for your kids' college. A college fund is what they would call it. College fund. All right, college fund out here. Now, all you've got to do, okay, all you've got to do is just go and just, any institution, you just got to be a young person and say, I want to go to college, and, you're going to get hey, you want $25,000? You want $50,000? And are you kidding? I mean, you people have to understand. I mean, this is what this education system has done to you all. It has made you systematic, like institutionalized, like somebody who just comes out of prison, okay? And it had you believing that you were going to somehow achieve something by putting yourself into debt before you even have an effing job. Before you even have an effing job. Are you kidding me? And now, what are these folks doing now? It's the real estate market. That's why I bring all this up, okay? It's the real estate market. The real estate market is now something that everybody has to do, right? I mean, all the young people, they're like, I want a house now. All right, I want a house. And of course, you've got the federal government, the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac garbage. You got these FHA loans that anyone can have. Anyone. All right, you all you have to do is put 1 or 2% down of the damn house's value, and the federal government will give you a loan. And you know what that means, folks? That means that right off the bat, all right, right off the bat, you folks out there are getting into a home without any equity. Without any equity. It's like you're leasing a home. I'm not even joking around. You're not even owning anything, for Christ's sake. And that's the point, if you want my opinion. Because getting back, all right, getting back to the potential next housing crisis, the next real estate collapse, who's going to be holding the bag on the real estate, the toxic assets? It's going to be the federal government. And the federal government, folks, the federal government, it's not going to need bailouts. I mean, it's the federal government. It has all our taxes. So because they're holding the bag on all those toxic loans, they're going to deem, because this is what all governments do, they're going to deem that they possess the power to give the homes to whoever the hell they want to give the homes to. Do you understand? I mean, this has all been a constructed plan ever since the goddamn 2008-2009 recession. This has been a plan to turn America into a socialist, quasi-communist version of itself. And I can't believe that you young people haven't woken up to this yet. I mean, y'all are the ones that are being used as literal cash cows. I mean, you're putting your names on the line. You know, I want to be honest with you folks. All right, I want you all to literally spread this show out right now, because I'm shooting pearls here. All right, I'm shooting pearls. You know, before Barack Obama and the 2008 and 2009 recession, anyone that had any student debt, anyone that had any college debt, could file their college debt in a bankruptcy and never have to pay for it again. Believe it or not, many of your professors that are out here in these institutions that got these PhDs, for Christ's sake, they're the ones that took advantage of this scheme out here. Now, I'm sure many of you young people are saying, wait a minute, how come I can't do that? What the hell? I want to be able to put my goddamn student loan in a bankruptcy. I mean, I don't know, what the hell? Well, guess who made it to where you are now obligated for your student loan, for your college loan for the next 25 plus years. None other than Barack Obama in the Stimulus Package 2 bill. I know nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody just looks at Obama and they think, oh, look, he's talking to me. He makes me feel funny in the pants. Not knowing that this man has literally been the catalyst in the reason why your lives are the way they are. You can look all this up yourself. I mean, this is why I'm saying I'm shooting pearls here, man. I'm shooting pearls. And that's why I keep telling you folks right now, man, college, the biggest scam in American history, implemented on young people. I mean, it just goes to show you how soulless the generation of the baby boomers were and are and still are. I mean, all you people that are on the left, all of you Democrats were so pissed off, and y'all went out there in unison and you voted for Democrats and you turned the House of Representatives over to the Democrats. What was the leader? What leader did they put up? Did they put new blood? Did they put up some new fiery leftist leader? No, they put Nancy Plastic Face Pelosi, the same broad that signed all the crap I just mentioned to you previous into law. So good God, man. Wake up, you young people. Listen, all this trolling crap aside, man, wake up. Wake the hell up. This is not a joke. You people have been had. And you know what they're doing? They're throwing cartoons in your face. They're throwing video games in your face. They're throwing entertainment in your face so that you could be so pacified and so bamboozled at all the colors and the sounds and this and that you don't even know that you're being screwed. You don't even know. You don't even know you're being screwed. Now, some people in the chat room will say, well, Ghost, what am I supposed to do? I thought college was the one-way ticket to success. Well, let me explain something to you folks, okay? You and your creativity, your skills, your will, your determination is the pathway to success. And you don't need no goddamn ridiculous, overpriced education to prove something. You have to prove something. Now, what you need to do as a human being is need to turn your brain off to all the goddamn outside hysteria and all the inceptions by Hollywood and all the power of suggestion of the media, and you need to figure out who you were and who you are, I should say. You need to figure out who you are and what you want to do with your life, all right? Because most of you folks don't even know what the hell you want to do. Most of you folks don't even know what the hell you want to do. And you know something, folks? Whatever it is that you want to do, and this is my word of advice to anybody who wants to work in a given field, in a given profession, all you've got to do is go to that profession and say that you're willing to work the lowliest of jobs and just stay there consistently, folks. That's all it is. That's all it takes. Look at the guy, and I hate to bring up the freaking LA Rams, but look at this 33-year-old guy in the LA Rams taking the damn Rams almost to the Super Bowl here. They got one more game. I'm going to be honest with you. This young guy, I forgot his name. I don't even want to know his name because he beat my Dallas Cowboys, but he outcoached the coach of the Cowboys. He was 33 years old. How do you think that he got there? How do you think he got there? Because he was probably doing the lowest of low jobs in whatever college, athletic department, whatever the case might be, and worked his way up. I mean, you've got to be determined. I mean, you got to be serious in whatever it is that you want to do and go out and do it. All right? Because I'm telling you, just ask your millennials that are in their mid to late 30s, okay? Go ask them. And ask them, hey, what have you done? What are you doing? They haven't done anything. They haven't done anything because they, unfortunately, were a byproduct of the scam of public education, college education, and unfortunately, they weren't cognizant enough to be able to stand up to stake their claim. And unfortunately, the millennials are still not cognizant enough to stake their claim. And that's why, I've been so critical of that generation. You want to know a freaking poster child of the millennial generation? Freaking Ocasio-Cortez! Ocasio-Cortez, for heaven's sake, man. All right, that's what you get. That right there. That right there. For Christ's sake, man. That's what you get. And let me tell you, Ocasio-Cortez, the reason the right is, so much, you're giving her so much, whatever, I don't know, they're giving her press, they're giving her, I don't know, media, I don't know, whatever the case might be. The reason is because she's a moron, man. She's a moron. Good God, this is a woman that supposedly went to college at Boston University, okay? Boston University, for Christ's sake. Good God, man. I'm just saying. And this is what you got. And remember, supposedly, this Ocasio-Cortez, okay, supposedly she was out here claiming that she was some political science major. Are you joking me? Political science major? She's an economics major? And y'all have heard the word salad of this woman, right? Y'all have heard her word salad. Please tell me you all have heard her word salad and you're just not going to give her a pass on that because, she looks like a, cute Puerto Rican Latin Spitfire. All right? I'm serious. You heard her word salad. That's the millennials right there, man. That's millennial. I'm not joking. That's that's it right there, man. And the millennials got to start smartening up, man, because you got these younger generations now. Listen, I don't know if the younger generations are going to do, and I don't know what the hell's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on here, but good God. I don't know, for Christ's sake, all right? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying here. Jesus Christ, man. Just freaking production notes here, man. Got production notes over here. All right, look, folks, I'm sorry. I get a little emotional about this stuff because I care about you fucking people. Excuse my French. I'm sorry. I care about you guys. Because, man, I think I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I've witnessed it with my own eyes. You guys have been screwed, man. You guys have been screwed, and nobody cares. Nobody gives a damn. I'm just saying, man. I don't know. I'm just. I don't know what the hell to say. Look. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Maybe I'm just a moron. I'm just saying, man. I don't know. Good God. Anyway, let me move on. Where the hell am I at, engineer? I don't even know if I got through the whole markets. And shut up in the chat room. This is not pre-recorded. Shut up. Good God, shut up. Come on. Come on, man. Y'all. I don't even know what to say, man. I'm trying here, I'm trying, and I don't know what the hell to say, I really don't know what the hell to say. I'm out here, I'm trying, but nobody, and look, these people are laughing in the chat room, for Christ's sake. All right, just shut up, all right? Just shut your holes already, all right? Good God. All right, where are we at, engineer? I forgot where we're at. I was talking and we went off keister. I think, where was I at? All right, let's get back to the livestock. All right, let's go ahead and go there. All right. Livestock right now, live cattle is up 0.24%. Cattle feeder is down 0.03%. And lean hogs is down 2.80%. That's lean hogs right there, folks. And that concludes the stock market component of the broadcast here. Okay? Let's go ahead and get to cryptocurrency. Now, right now, folks, I'm looking at cryptocurrency, and they look pretty generous, if I don't say so myself. Okay? All right, they look pretty generous here. And the reason I say that, folks, is because at some point in time, these damn cryptocurrencies are going to be more widely accepted. We're already seeing it in several of the different cryptocurrencies now. I mean, Dash, I don't know if you folks are been keeping up with the cryptocurrency markets, but Dash, I want to be honest with you, it looks pretty attractive. I mean, you got a lot of wide acceptance of Dash, and I gotta say, man, I think it's a big deal, and I think that's why we have a lot more different cryptocurrencies to go through in the market right now, and the ones that I've covered in the past, I think are going to stand the test of time. I'm sorry, I'm trying to freaking get a beer here. I'm sorry. Good stuff, man. I'm sorry. I need some drinking here, all right? I need some drinking. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the market capitalization. The market capitalization of the cryptocurrency markets is $121 million market capitalization. I mean, that's a pretty low market cap. I think it's a very attractive position to come into, if you want my personal view. So let's just go ahead and cover some of these cryptos that I believe are worth mentioning. We're actually now in the second hour of the Ghost Show, episode 8. It's time for serious business. But let's go ahead and get to Bitcoin here, right? We've got Bitcoin. It is, and look, I'm going to be honest with you. I would not entertain Bitcoin as a long-term investment at this point. You have everybody now starting to say what I've been saying for some time, and that is that I believe that this whole Bitcoin thing is just going to come to a header, and it's going to be over, in my personal view. All right? I mean, in my personal view. All right, what else do we got here? We got Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin right now, it is, market capitalization is $63 billion market cap. The circulation is 17.4 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone down 0.20%. The current price of Bitcoin, I mean, take a look, man, $3,632.75. I mean, we're never going to see Bitcoin $20,000 again. Remember, the whole reason why we saw that was because of the over-speculation. I mean, what is Bitcoin outside of an alternative to fiat? There is no technology backing up Bitcoin. I mean, I want to be honest with you, it's overinflated. I mean, the processing speed, the transaction speed sucks. There's a lot of viable alternatives out there, and I think that you're starting to see the market gravitate towards those alternatives. And I just think that Bitcoin at some point is going to go by the wayside, and in my personal opinion, I'd be looking after these other cryptos right now. I'm not big on Bitcoin right now. I haven't been for a long time. So let's go ahead and go to XRP, which is Ripple. And the only reason I'm covering XRP Ripple is because they actually have some deals with financial institutions in Asia that are utilizing their technology to process transactions. All right, and that's another thing that's going to bring value into a cryptocurrency is the amount of partnerships that a cryptocurrency has. All right, the kind of partnerships that a cryptocurrency has, because that shows everybody that, hey, people are utilizing this crypto, baby. It's going to be around, etc. So I like XRP because of that. They've got a look, I don't like their blockchain technology. I think that it's too proprietary. You've got these overlords of Ripple, all right? You've got these overlords of Ripple that are out here that can literally dictate the circulation at will. They've already said that they've got what? I don't know how many billions in some virtual vault. And if you take a look at the circulating supply for Ripple right now, it's 41 billion in circulation. 41 billion. But like I said, the all-time high for Ripple has been about $3 and change. In my personal view, I can personally see this going up to maybe not those ranges, but at least $2 within the next 12 months, because all these folks that are going to be leaving the stock market, all these folks that are going to be leaving the housing market and are going to try to abandon ship, where are they going to go? Where are they going to put their money, man? Are they going to put it all in gold? That's not going to happen. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a certain component of the investment community do so. They're going to look to any financial instrument necessary, and what better than cryptocurrency, man? All right, cryptocurrency is not just some investment financial instrument. All right, it is a currency as well. And the more retail and service industry businesses accept this as a means of exchanging goods and services, it's basically as good as putting it in money, all right? I'm just saying. Now, XRP, Ripple right now, market capitalization is $13 billion. XRP or Ripple, that's the name of the damn coin, it and Ethereum have been battling out for number 2 spot, but right now Ripple is number 2. Like I said, circulating supply is 41 billion in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Ripple has gone down 0.40%. The current price for Ripple, baby, is 32 cents. Not too bad. Now, Ethereum, I'm short-term bullish. Short-term bullish on Ethereum. And the reason I say that, folks, is because you got a lot of financial institutions going right into Ethereum. I mean, this is literally what all the institutional investors were going into during the last downtick of crypto. And I don't know why. I personally don't think that Ethereum is going to last the test of time. Let's be honest. Ethereum was the first cryptocurrency to introduce the smart contract technology. But in my opinion, there's been a lot of flaws in that. And I just, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't think that it's going to hold its weight in technological value. You know? So let's go ahead and get to Ethereum. Ethereum right now is, current market cap is $12.7 billion market cap. The circulating supply for Ethereum is $104 million in circulation, ETH is the symbol for Ethereum, ETH. 104 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum has gone down 0.07%. Current price of Ethereum, $121.90 per Ethereum. Let's continue. Bitcoin Cash is something to look at as far as I'm concerned, folks. All right, I'm a short-termer on that. I mean, I'm waiting for this next bump into cryptocurrency, which is going to happen. All right, it's going to happen. Anyway, Bitcoin Cash right now, market capitalization is $2.2 billion market cap. The circulating supply for Bitcoin Cash, the symbol for Bitcoin Cash, by the way, is BCH. Circulating supply is 17.5 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Cash has gone down 0.91%. Current price for Bitcoin Cash is $121.49 per Bitcoin Cash. Let's get to another coin that I think that will last the test of time because it's one of the first kids on the blockchain, and it's an OG, all that good stuff. Litecoin, folks. Litecoin, LTC. All right, now look, I know that Charlie Lee, he flaps his fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard. He talks a lot of garbage on Twitter, and he's basically tweeted himself out of a lot of partnerships. But for whatever reason, Litecoin is still there. I think I said this on a previous broadcast that I was watching the Chris Cyborg fight. Remember that dude? He was going to fight that chick that ended up beating his ass. Whatever. Anyway, during the UFC pay-per-view, they announced that the official cryptocurrency was Litecoin. So when I actually heard that announced by the announcer at the event, I'm thinking to myself, look at Litecoin. Now it's getting some goddamn deals out here. So let's take a look at it. It's attractive. Let's see what it has. All right, let's go ahead. Litecoin, LTC is the symbol. Market capitalization is $1.8 billion market cap. The circulating supply is 60 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Litecoin has gone down 0.65%. The current price for Litecoin right now, folks, is $31.21 per Litecoin. Let's continue going. Let's get to Monero. And the reason I like Monero, folks, is because it likes to run. It's a very good short pattern trading play, if you will. All right, let's get to Monero. XMR is the symbol. Market capitalization is $767 million market cap. The circulating supply for XMR is 16.7 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Monero has gone up 2.15%. The current price for Monero is $45.91. Like I said, Monero for me, it's about short and pattern trading plays, all right? Dash, I'm very, very bullish on Dash at this point, man. You've got a lot of acceptance on Dash. And Dash, once again, was one of the first kids on the blockchain. It was formerly known as Darkcoin. So it's been around, and not to mention, I think the circulating supply has been attractive. And this could be the next king of crypto, possibly, all right? And the reason I say that is because of the amount of acceptance, all right? The amount of acceptance, for Christ's sake. So let's continue going. Dash right now, it is 609 million in market capitalization. The circulating supply, like I said, very attractive, baby. 8.5 million in circulation of Dash. That's DASH. 8.5 million. That's a very attractive low number as far as I'm concerned. In the past 24 hours, Dash has gone up 0.50%. Current price for Dash, $71.12 per Dash. All right, let's continue going here. Who else do we have? We've got Ethereum Classic. ETC is the symbol, baby. Ethereum Classic. Now, I like Ethereum Classic because, I'm going to be honest with you, you got a lot of acceptance on Ethereum Classic. It was just accepted on the Coinbase exchange. And Coinbase, you know, it's the widely accepted cryptocurrency trading company right now that's legal in America. So I'm going to continue to cover Ethereum Classic, especially at the prices that it's currently in. Ethereum Classic, ETC is the symbol. Market capitalization, $462 million market cap. The circulating supply is 107 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum Classic has gone up 0.96%. Current price for Ethereum is $4.30 per Ethereum. And remember, these coins, you know, you need to look at, man. I mean, they've been around. They've lasted the test of time. And these are the coins vying for the next king of crypto as far as I'm concerned. Okay, let's get to Zcash, folks. ZEC. Market capitalization is $302 million market cap. The circulating supply, a very low $5.6 million circulating supply. 5.6 million circulating supply. In the past 24 hours, we have seen Zcash go down 1.72%. Current price for Zcash, $53.13 per Zcash. All right, what's up? Let's go. Let's continue going on here. We got Quantum, and I'm bullish on Quantum for a lot of different reasons, folks. The technology. That's QTUM is the symbol. All right, and I think that the smart contract technology of Quantum, QTUM, is a hell of a lot better than Ethereum's. All right? It's a hell of a lot better than Ethereum's, and not to mention the partnerships that QTUM is getting is being very just kind of, you know, nullified with all the overhyping of all these shit coins that are in the cryptocurrency markets currently, okay? All right, so let's continue. QTUM, and shut up, I'm live, you asshole, shut up! Anyway, let's go ahead. QTUM market capitalization is $188 million market cap. Circulating supply is 89 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, QTUM has gone up 0.61%. The current price for QTUM, $2.11 per quantum. All right, and I've got some people in the chat room. They want me to cover this, cover that. I'm not covering your shitcoin. We're going to go ahead and end it with that, for Christ's sake. All right? Jesus Christ. Let me go ahead and take a swig of this beer here. And it feels good to do a damn show. As you can see, you know, I'm getting a bunch of appreciation from all the hundreds of thousands of people that listen to the financial insight and the social and political commentary of this broadcast. I really do appreciate it. I do want to say cheers to all of you out there, man. Cheers, baby. All right, here. All right, let's go ahead and continue going on with the broadcast here. And, you know, since we've got, you know, text-to-speech and all this disabled here, let's go ahead and get some chat room shout-outs. How about that, huh? Just to prove to you idiots in the chat room that we are not sitting back, you know, jerking our pricks in a pre-recorded show, you dumbasses, all right? Anyway, what's up, Simos? What's up, King Geddes? What's up, Key Gentleman? 2010 Mazda AR8, whatever the hell it says. What else do we have here? We got Keem Scarce. We got Aaron Tolman, Holden Capitalist, Brodog in the house. We've got Odd Eyes Magician. We got Zethrot. What's going on to Zethrot? Garbage Pail Killer. Boat in the house. Freezor, Combat Man, Daddy Pone, Night Prowler, Meow Rocket, RM76, Tohu Merch. Shut up, Tohu Merch. Tracker 210, Mark's Jester, Blackworm, Some Fellow, Merrill Bolzer, Dirty Burrito, or Dorito Burrito, excuse me, Dirty Burrito, Distilling in the house, Puka Dude, Mr. BN King, Mystery Man Ryan, Random Task, Phil McCracken, who else? We got Blake in the house. We've got Red Pill Acolyte. What's going on? Blake in the house. Pulp Nonfiction. Cross Stereo. Heavy Capitalist. Anchorage Ping You. I don't know what the hell that means. Grun Salpa. Angry Freddy Fan. Crispy Toast in the house. We've got Thomas Riley. Pre-recorded show. Shove it up your ass. Pre-recorded show. PN Parker Place. Who else do we have here? Mind Cortex. Lightning Note. The Jackler. I remember the Jackler. Gurmit the Gay Frog. Shut up with Gurmit the Gay Frog. Flamin' Creations. D2L Blast. Manhood Magic. We've got, what else? Dick Butt. That's real. That's fresh. We've got Dear Freckles Burner Account. Mika Cross, EQ Chronicles. What the hell is that? What else we have here? We got Richard McConnell. It's Happening Maybe. Alex Chevry. Levon Media. Lars Loud. Who else do we have here? We got Tracker 210 Plays. Bear Grimm. Bandito Bala Merchant. Who else do we have here? We got Russell B. Cook, Phil Collins, Benom, you anti-hero, Go Thug, 99.8, Villavoo. Give me a goddamn break. All right, that's enough. All right, I've had enough of this. All right. Anyway, now that we've had all that, all right, and based Hillary voter, roving pariah. All right, I've had enough. It's time to get some goddamn more beer up in here, all right? That should prove to all of you that this is not a pre-recorded show out here, all right? I'm just saying. And I fart for food. I see you, sick bastard. Let me go ahead and get some goddamn more beer, for Christ's sake, baby. Yeah! Man, I got beer all over the damn production notes now, for Christ's sake. Damn it. Anyway, we got more beer in the house. We're going to do some political and social commentary. We're going to do some radio graffiti later. We're going to do a bunch of stuff, okay? Got freaking beer all over the production notes here, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on here, all right? Now, I want to talk a little bit more about the government shutdown because I don't think people understand what the government shutdown is, okay? The reason that it's happening is because the president wants He wants immigration reform, for heaven's sake. I mean, anybody who is asking for more illegal immigrants to come in, they are asking for them to be politically exploited. All right? Politically exploited. It's what it is, man. It's what it is. And what I don't understand is, how come the leftists aren't talking about the humanitarian issue with all these people at the border? There's a humanitarian issue going on, man. And no one cares. You know? The leftists now, or at least the Democrats now, are trying to say that the border issue, the immigration issue, is a non-issue. A non-issue? Ah, good God. What happened? I mean, like I said, 6 to 8 months ago, you Democrats were all out there crying about how the whole border issue is a humanitarian. And now that we're in this government shutdown, and all you Democrats have to do is just give some kind of immigration reform with a border wall, and you all refuse to do it. I mean, this is a campaign situation. I think that Trump is by de facto campaigning with this government shutdown. And the longer it goes, the more it favors Trump, regardless of what the mainstream media says. All right? Because basically what it comes down to is this. The Democrats don't want to reopen the government because they think that exploiting illegal immigrants by allowing them to come into our country and to work below minimum wage is somehow humanitarian. You know? So that's why I keep telling you folks that are out there on the left that are claiming that you're pro-immigrants or whatever you claim you are, by allowing these folks to come in here and allowing them to be exploited economically, how is that humanitarian? All right? How is that humanitarian? All right? Seriously, how is that humanitarian? Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, what's going on here? All right? It's not a pre-recorded show. Shut up, all right? It's not a pre-recorded show. Everybody out here saying it's a damn pre-recorded show or something, for Christ's sake. It is not a pre-recorded show. Now, all I'm simply stating is you folks that are on the left, you can't keep going to this humanitarian issue when you have a humanitarian issue that you could solve right now by giving some level of immigration reform and some kind of border security. I mean, what the hell's so wrong about that? I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, what the hell? You're literally causing all this nonsense for nothing. For nothing. I mean, you could literally just be like, hey, look, we're going to have to, we're going to have to just fund this thing. All right? So we can continue to sustain the government. If y'all really care, I mean, I'm just saying, if y'all really cared, y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then you got these Democrats that are all coming out of the woodwork now. They all think they're going to run for president. Have you seen the list of Democrats, for heaven's sake? Have you seen the list? I mean, it just keeps getting more and more Democrats, man. I mean, everybody and their LGBT brother is running in the Democratic Party. I'm not even joking around. I mean, what is the list? Give me the list, Angel. You got the list? Give me the list. I mean, we got a list that goes a mile long, for heaven's sake. I mean, everybody's talking about Robert O'Rourke, or what he likes to call himself, Beto, culturally appropriating the Mexican culture for his own political gain, for heaven's sake. And anybody that tries to make the argument that Beto was out there in the barrio kicking it with the Mexicans out there in El Paso, you're an idiot, all right? This guy was what leftists would call, what liberals would call, what Democrats would call white privilege. He was in a freaking grunge band. All right, he was in a freaking grunge band where he wore a dress. All right, how many Mexicans do you know were in grunge bands? Jesus Christ. I'm just saying. And you know, the thing about Beto O'Rourke, he's out here touting these like socialist ideas, right? He's out here touting these socialist ideas. Meanwhile, he made over $400 million. $400 million in his campaign contribution account. All right? $400 million running against Ted Cruz. It was so much money that the Democrats were saying, hey, Beto, how about, spreading the wealth a little bit, Beto? Why don't you give some of that $400 million, why don't you give it to some of these Democrats that could use that money? How come you... No, I'm not going to do that, no. I'm telling you, folks, the biggest get-rich-quick scheme in politics today is claiming that you are a socialist, that you want to tax the rich, that you want to give away free crap, all right? I mean, that's literally all it is. It's all you have to do. That's it. I mean, you take a look at all the folks that are out there that are touting this nonsense. Take a look at all of them. Take a look at them all. I mean, take a look at Bernie Sanders. Hey, I'm Bernie Sanders, and I am going to run for president again in 2020 because I only made $250 million the last time I ran for president in 2016, and I need more money now. So the book that I wrote, remember, I was going to write a book now. But unfortunately, you didn't buy it, and I don't understand it. All right? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Are we back? I thought they were about to stop me. It seemed like they were going to end the stream because I was Uncle Bernie. I don't know what's going on here. Hey, Ghost, I can't work like this. I'm a socialist here. All right? I don't need pauses when I'm talking on the microphone here. So all I'm saying is, I want all of you out there that are socialists, that are liberals, I want you all to go out there. 2020, Bernie Sanders is going to run again, and I need another $300 million. And I'm just going to go out there across the country, and I'll tell all of you what you want to hear. I'll tell you I'll give you free health care. I'll tell you I'll give you free college. I'll tell you whatever you want, but just keep contributing. That's right. I want you to contribute to me, Bernie Sanders, because I'm a smart guy. I took your money fair and square. There's no reason for refunds. So this time around 2020, I want us to make more money. I want us to raise more money. And I want you to keep contributing. And another thing I want you to do is come on over here and take your underwears off. All right, Uncle Bernie, we don't need that. All right, we're on YouTube. We're on goddamn YouTube, for Christ's sake. We don't need that, Uncle Bernie, for Christ's sake. But that's literally all you have to do, all right? That's literally all you have to do to make large sums of money on the left. You just have to pretend that you care and say that you're going to give away a bunch of free stuff, and people are just going to give you large sums of cash. Because, I mean, it's a sad political game, and I can't believe that the left fall for this. I can't believe it. I can't believe the left fall for this crap every time. And hence why you have so many Democrats running for president, because many of these dumb idiots that are running for president on the Democratic Party, they know they're not going to win. They know they're not going to win, but I tell you something, they know they're going to get themselves a lot of money. They're going to get a lot of money. I mean, who's on the list? Who's on the list? Christian Gillibrand. This completely hypocritical feminist wannabe, all right? I mean, she's been an anti-Trumper from day one. She supposedly is a fierce advocate for victims of sexual harassment and assault, so she's one of these folks that have been, pushing this Me Too, movement, if you want to call it that, all right? She fought passionately against don't ask, don't tell in the military. She's done all the whole leftist nonsense, all right? All right? Her key issue is to make women's rights a key part of her platform. Now, I'm not trying, and all you idiots that are in the chat room, okay, I'm live, assholes, okay? But I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers with any of the women that are listening. There's probably like 2% of the women contingent that listen to this broadcast. But what is it that you women are not doing right now that you're asking more rights? I don't understand how much more rights, not only women, but LGBTQ, and you name them. You know, all the folks that are claiming that they're being oppressed. What is it that you cannot do in America? Seriously, what is it can you not do? You know, women, you're like over 60% of the employment base in this country. You're over 60% of the employment of this country. I don't understand. What is it that you can't do? Why are we still advocating women's rights? You're the majority of the employment market out here. I mean, you know, women, if you take a look at single women that have never been married and have no children, they're making more money than your average man. So I really don't understand what the hell is the problem with all this. Oh, I'm going to make women's rights the key part of my... What? I don't understand where women can't do what I don't understand. I have no idea. I'm just asking. And moreover, let's go to the LGBT argument. What do the LGBT want, man? I mean, folks, I'm out here in San Antonio, Texas, okay? And in San Antonio, Texas, they have a municipal law, believe it or not. They have a municipal law that if you as an individual have ever been what they deem anti-LGBTQ, made any critical remarks against LGBTQ, had any criticism against the LGBTQ, that you as an individual cannot run for city council, you cannot run for mayor, you cannot do business with the San Antonio government, okay? Now, is that what we're going towards now, LGBTQ? Is that what we're doing? You know, there is a gay street that has all the gay clubs out here in San Antonio, Texas, called Main Street. Like every gay club is out there, okay? Now, I want to be completely honest with you, folks. That gay district is getting so much money from our tax dollars in San Antonio, Texas, because if you buy anything out here, it's tax, you're going to pay sales tax, all right? But they literally spent, $38,000 so that they can make the crosswalks on Main Street a rainbow. A rainbow. Okay? I mean, is this what the LGBTQ is going for at this point in time? I mean, you can walk down the street. I see it all the time out here in San Antonio. I saw it in Austin, Texas. You can walk down the street. You can kiss each other. You can have oral copulation between two men across the street from children now in gay pride parades. What else do you want, man? I mean, what are these supposed oppressed folks, what do they want? This is the freest country in the world. What do you want? Anyway, I didn't mean to get off on that diatribe, but once again, this Christian Gillibrand, that's going to be her platform that women. I mean, hey, Hillary Clinton tried that. It didn't work, you dumb broad. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? Oh, yeah. Speaking of San Antonio, we've got one of San Antonio's Mexican golden boys out here, Julian Castro, recently announced that he's running for president. What the hell did you do, Julian Castro? I mean, what is this asshole running on? I'm living in the crap city that this asshole was the mayor in. When he was a mayor of the city of San Antonio, he initiated an initiative. As a matter of fact, he's the guy who signed into law that if any private citizen talks against LGBTQ in any critical capacity, they can't run for city office. They can't do business with the city of San Antonio. This guy right here, Julian Castro. I mean, he initiated this decade of downtown and made all these huge initiatives to to grow government and to grow government influence. He's the moron that put it into law in this municipality that we were going to give away free pre-kinder care. Yeah, San Antonio is the only city where you can go and have free pre-K care funded by the city because of this jerk, okay? All right? And you know, he tries to be humanitarian. You know, he sold the whole goddamn thing as a humanitarian issue. What he doesn't understand, nor does he give a crap, is that San Antonio has a very big, bad problem as it pertains to children being killed by their parents, all right? Children being killed by their parents. You know, there was a case that just happened here recently, all right? A couple called the police and said that their child was abducted. You can look this up. This is a big story out here in San Antonio, okay? A kid supposedly was abducted. They didn't know where the kid was. The parents claimed that they got abducted. The kid was taken in a carjacking when they went in at some corner store, or whatever the damn excuse was, okay? Whatever the excuse was. Lo and behold, it was the father that killed this kid, and they used this whole, oh, my kid got kidnapped as a story to not have any responsibility for killing the kid. You know, this is not unusual in this town. All right, this is not unusual. And did this asshole Julian Castro do anything to stop that? No. You can look up a plethora of different child killings in this city at the hands of not just parents, but step-parents, boyfriends, girlfriends, etc. And you know what his solution was? Let's up the goddamn sales tax and let's go ahead and give free pre-K. That's this goddamn idiot Julian Castro's claim to fame. That's his claim to fame, because this city, the San Antonio, sucks. This is a city that is ran wholly by the goddamn government. And if you're not affiliated with this government, then you ain't doing nothing out here in San Antonio, Texas. All right? I mean, any good part of town in this town has government funding. All right? With the exception of a couple of municipalities that are within the city limits of San Antonio. I mean, most of these, like we have, there's something called the Pearl Brewery. The Pearl Brewery. They made this huge real estate development out of the old Pearl Brewery out there off of Broadway, okay? Now, what the city does is that they give money to developers and literally pay half the development and give them all kinds of tax abatements and all this other crap so that they can create these ridiculous, leftist, pompous, hipster utopias to show that the city is prospering. And guess what? You know what Julian Castro did and every other goddamn pro-Julian Castro mayor did in this town? They have gentrified this town. They've gentrified it. I mean, now, folks, you can't get anything in this town. The whole reason I moved here was because you could literally live like a king out here if you have like $250,000 in your bank account. If you got like $250,000 in your bank account, you can live like a king out here. Well, now, unfortunately, because of all these overdevelopments, the King William developments, the freaking, I mean, you name them. You name all these goddamn stupid hipster developments, man. Stupid downtown developments that were all funded by the city. They have now upped the price of rent. And they are literally, this whole gentrification process that was initiated by Julian Castro, they have made rent so high that the average San Antonian that's working for a living out here is paying over 50% of their salary for rent. All right? Yeah. And that's why this city's never grown. You know, 90 miles north, you've got Austin, Texas. And Austin, Texas, the average median income out there is $85,000 plus a year, man. Out here, the average median income is like, what, $28,000? It's ridiculous. And this asshole, Julian Castro, is to blame for it. And on top of it, all these damn initiatives that Julian Castro did, he left. Remember, he went to go take that position for HUD secretary, you know, what was he got, Housing and Urban Development Secretary spot during Obama. He left in the middle of his mayor tenure, leaving a whole bunch of garbage in the whirlwind out here in San Antonio. So if Julian Castro is going to run on San Antonio, Texas, I challenge everybody, come down here to San Antonio, Texas, and don't just stay at that stupid mud hole, the Riverwalk. All right, go out a little bit. All right, go out a little bit and take a look at this city. And, use caution because it's very dangerous out here. People are getting blown away in clubs. They're getting blown away inside bars. I mean, this is a dangerous city. I mean, you've got people killing people at corner stores out here. You've got people getting housing. Their houses are being bum rushed and you got people pulling guns. It's horrible. It's horrible, man. This is horrible. And this asshole, Julian Castro, thinks that he can run for president? What are you running on? You're sure as hell ain't running on this city, man. This city sucks, man. And I don't blame the people for it sucking. I blame bureaucrats, soulless assholes like Julian Castro for it, man. I'm not even kidding around. I blame assholes like Julian Castro. That's who I blame. And let me tell you something, man. I mean, I would debate this moron and make him look lower than a leprechaun's nutsack. Because not only was he an incompetent city councilman, an incompetent mayor of this city, but if you take a look, all right, you take a look at his HUD secretary work, this son of a bitch raided the HUD secretary. There's all kinds of millions upon millions of dollars that's unaccounted for. And I wonder what happened and where it went, Julian Castro. How come we haven't had an investigation on this son of a bitch because of his incompetence in the HUD secretary department, for Christ's sake? You can look that up. That's just disgrace. Freaking Julian. I spit on this bastard. I want to be honest with you. I have a personal connection with Julian Castro. Me and his lives have crossed many a time, and I every time I've ever seen him, I wanted to freaking slap him in his face because he's a freaking fraud. He's a freaking fraud, man. He makes me sick. I'm not even joking around. Him and his stupid twin brother, Joaquin. You guys are a disgusting disgrace to humanity. And how you idiots can sleep at night is beyond me. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Go fuck yourself, Julian Castro. Excuse my French. I'm sorry for cursing, but this guy's a piece of trash. He's a piece of trash. And what are his key issues, all right? He's a proud grandson of immigrants. Really? Huh? Did you know that this asshole's father owned a restaurant? That's why this son of a bitch could go and, have himself the Harvard graduation and go to St. Mary's Law School and all this other crap? Proud son of grandson of immigrants. His dad was a freaking entrepreneur out here in San Antonio making money in the restaurant game. What an asshole. You know that you are a first class, grade A, usurping, poverty-stricken Mexican strife asshole, Julian Castro. All right? Go shove it up your ass. I'm not joking. I'm not even kidding around. I don't like Julian Castro, and I'm telling you right now, if we debated, I'd make him look more stupid than some asshole trying to drown a fish. I'd make him look like a goddamn moron, a mental midget that he is. Jesus Christ, give me my goddamn drink. And I'm looking in the chat room, and they're saying that Julian Castro is Obama light. Are you kidding me? Julian Castro is trying to emulate Obama. Have you ever seen him speak? I mean, he's ripping off Obama's cadence. He's ripping off Obama in every capacity necessary, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Look, let me move on. Who's else on this stupid Democrat list for president? There's a whole bunch of them running for president, man. There's a whole bunch of them. Look, what is this? Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard, some, hula girl from Hawaii over here. All right? Now, granted, she's an Iraqi veteran, all right? And I'll give her credit for that. But what are your key issues? You're trying to use the veterans as your key issue, while at the same time utilizing a lot of the leftist social issues as a means of posting a spotlight on you. I'm not even, you're a disgusting disgrace. All right, anything that comes out of Hawaii, because Hawaii is so left, it's disgusting, man. I mean, it's so left. If you go to Hawaii and just hang out for a little bit, you'll get a goddamn social disease. It's so goddamn left. All right, I don't want to go on about her. We've got John Delaney. Anybody heard about John Delaney? Anyway, he's a 3-term congressional representative from Maryland's 6th District. He's out here running for president. He's supposedly a centrist, which, I mean, if you can, I don't know. I don't even know if centrists are even valid anymore, man. This whole political circus that we have in this country has gone way out of proportion. I mean, that's what we need more is center-right and, dare I say, center-old left, so that we can get some common sense back into our goddamn political system and into our social construct, for heaven's sake. All right, and what does he want? He wants to focus on jobs, immigration, veterans, your same Democratic playbook. Who else do we have here? Richard Ojeda. Richard Ojeda out of West Virginia. He's a former senator. He's an, retired Army major. His big key issue is Medicare for all. Oh, Jesus Christ. Medicare for all, for Christ's sake. I mean, look, I hate to keep going over these issues, man, but somebody's got to do it, okay? All of you people that are out here crying for free health care, don't you understand that they already have that in certain places, and it's not good? I mean, do y'all remember, and I'll continue to recollect people's memories on this, the little baby Alfie? Remember? Little baby Alfie was in the state-run UK medical system, and Alfie had a condition that, for whatever reason, the state-run medical system of the UK could not service, for whatever reason. And this kid, this baby, who was on life support, had so much publicity that you had doctors from all over the world offering their services absolutely free to try to give Alfie a chance at life. I mean, it would have cost the UK or its state absolutely nothing to send Alfie. You can look this up. Send Alfie to Italy. As a matter of fact, there was a doctor in Italy that was fairly certain that he could have some decent progress in the condition if Alfie was somehow, airlifted or put on a plane, and it would have cost the UK nothing. And you know what they did to this kid? The UK said, no, we're going to let the kid die here in our state-run facility, and there's nothing you can do about it. All right? This is the UK. You understand? It is the UK. And I'm the best the UK has to offer. State-run healthcare. I mean, this is they literally kept the kid in the state-run healthcare facility. They pulled the plug and watched the kid die. And thereafter, right after they pulled the plug on this poor baby Alfie, you had Theresa May come out, and you can look all this crap up. Theresa May comes out and says, your children don't belong to you. They actually belong to the state. So when you use the state-run healthcare facilities, your child is now in our possession, and we make the decision on whether your child dies or whether it survives. This is literally what she said. That's literally what she said. That is your free health care right there. That's your free health care. When you have state-run health care, the state makes the decision on who lives and who dies. You don't have any control over your goddamn body. You don't even have any control over yourself. Jesus Christ. Hey, screw you Europeans that are like that. Yeah, that was a very shitty little accent there, Ghost. It was meant to be that way. It was supposed to be a UK asshole with no teeth. You tea-drinking bastards. Anyway, where am I at? All right, Richard Ojeda. Let's get to the next one. Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, she thinks she's going to run for president. I mean, what a kookster, this broad. Why would this woman think that she has any chance at presidency whatsoever? Can somebody explain that to me? This is one of the kookiest broads I've ever seen in my life. And what the hell has she done? She hasn't done anything. She hasn't done anything. She's just been some rabble-rouser, some melodramatic kookster. And yeah, that's right. She's 1/1024th of a percent. Or no, excuse me, 1/1024th American Indian. So she's got Indian blood in her. But remember, high cheekbones. Jeez Louise, for Christ's sake. And anybody who... you know what Elizabeth Warren is? She's trying to captivate that stupid, conforming, hipster liberal. I'm wearing my kookster hipster glasses and I'm talking very melodramatically. You know, that kind of stupid market. It's pathetic. You know what I mean? It's pathetic. Anyway, Chief Slapaho over here thinks that she's going to run, and not only that, what are you going to run on? What are you going to run on? That you're a minority? Jesus Christ. Let's move on. And who are other people? Kamala Harris. Oh, this stupid, disgusting piece of California trash. Are you kidding me? This dirty dish rag whore over here has got so much bad baggage out here. I can't wait to write about her on Ghost.Report. All right? But Kamala Harris, the former Attorney General of California, the former District Attorney of San Francisco, this woman, if you read into her background, literally covered the Archdiocese of San Francisco's child abuse. We all know about Catholicism and for whatever reason their fixation on abusing and molesting children. Well, when Kamala Harris was the district attorney of San Francisco, not only did she cover up all the allegations of San Francisco Archdiocese pedophilia, but she also decided to seal all those damn documents, to seal any of the documents relating to those cases. And why'd she do that? You know, she's never answered for that. She's never answered for that, Christ's sake, man. She's never answered for that. And now, I mean, back when she was in California, if you go take a look at old pictures of Kamala Harris back then, all right? You take a look at Kamala Harris back then, and you take a look at her now, it's a vast contrast, man. It's a vast contrast. Back then, she was, trying to be this, dare I say, white privileged-esque person. I mean, have you seen the old pictures of her back when she was the San Francisco Attorney General? You remember that? I mean, she tried to make sure that her prominent white skin was featured. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm looking at the pictures. I've looked at the pictures. I've seen the pictures, man. And now, because it's, I guess, I don't know, in vogue to be some kind of an ethnic minority, now all of a sudden Kamala Harris is going to pretend that she's, I don't know what she's pretending to be. I don't know what it is. Anyway, what's going on here, man? Did we crash again? What's going on here? Huh? What's going on here? Testes, 1, 2. Can anybody hear me out there? Testes, 1, 2. Can anybody hear me? For Christ's sake, testes, 1, 2, 3. Can anybody hear me? All right, everybody, that's good. All right, I'm just saying, Kamala Harris is the biggest hypocrite of all time. That's all I'm saying, all right? That's all I'm saying, and I can't believe that now she thinks she's, a black woman or something. I have no idea. And speaking of so-called wannabe black people, Cory Booker, all right, Cory Booker is also going to run for president out here. This over-dramatic weasel. I mean, this guy, every time he talks, it's like he's trying to take a big, huge bite out of a damn triple cheeseburger or something. You know what I mean? All right? I'm not even kidding around, all right? He's like, hi, my name is Cory. I mean, can you get any more wider of a mouth? I mean, that's why it's questionable, or has been questioned, let's put it that way, that this, Cory Booker might be on a little bit of the homosexual side, and if you take a look at his mouth, anyway, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, like I was saying, Cory Booker's running. I mean, every time he opens his mouth, every time he does any kind of rant or raving, he sounds like he's a third-rate high school theater actor, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, and what the hell has Cory Booker done besides a bunch of self-righteous crap? I mean, I don't understand why anybody likes any of these people. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, look, that's enough, all right? That's enough. We're continuing on. Everybody in there, everybody gets it. But the problem is that the Democrats, instead of being center-left, which is what they should be, they're going far right, or excuse me, far left, excuse me. I wish they were going far right. They're going too far to the left, man. And what do I mean by that? Have you heard that you have a lot of these Democrats that are in the House of Representatives that wants to, well, what's going on? Is the stream crapping out? They're saying, look, I'm reading here that the stream health is great. What the hell? Jesus Christ. Anyway, look, they're talking about 70% taxation on the so-called rich. 70% taxation. Now, what you folks need to understand is that just that number, especially if you're somebody who, I guess, poor, you're probably going to say to yourself, yeah, the rich need to be paying 70% of what they earn, man. Okay, great. All right? Okay, great. Where's that 70% going to go? Do you think that 70% that they take out of the rich's pocket is going to go into your pocket? Do you think that you as an individual who's already impoverished is going to benefit from that 70%? No. What is going to happen is that 70% tax rate is going to grow an already bloated bureaucratic Frankenstein federal government. And you take a look at the federal government now, are they helping anybody but themselves? Or those that are donating to their campaigns? I'm just saying, man. And not to mention the richest people in the world, especially the richest people in this country. They already know how to shelter their money so this little 70% on the rich doesn't affect them. I'm talking the Mark Zuckerbergs. I'm talking the Warren Buffetts, the Bill Gates. You understand? They already know how to shelter their wealth to prevent themselves from being taxed 70%. Okay? I mean, didn't you hear, and I talked about this on the last broadcast, you've got this trend of these so-called billionaires giving, quote, all their money to so-called charity. But what these folks don't do, what these folks that highlight in the media that, oh, Buffett, he's donating his money to this, and Mark Zuckerberg's donating all of his wealth to charity. He's donating it to his, literally, all right? Literally to his own charity. I mean, that's exactly what Bill Gates did. Bill Gates gave all his money to his own charity, all right? And you know what happens when they donate all their wealth to the charity? It's sheltered from any kind of taxation. It is sheltered from any kind of taxation. So all the billions that Mark Zuckerberg has, he's put it in his damn own nonprofit organization. So not only is all his wealth sheltered, and he can pretend that he's taking all these trips all over the world in his private jets that are supposedly under the nonprofit organization. And I mean, that's why all these people that are billionaires claim to be doing things in the name of humanitarian issues so that they can write it off on their nonprofits. I mean, that's what George Soros does, all right? George Soros has got a plethora of nonprofits that he throws his money in, and they're his own. I mean, take a look at all the damn nonprofits that go right up to the open society that is created and funded by George Soros, for Christ's sake, man. I'm telling you, George Soros is, he takes no prisoners, man. He's soulless. He's soulless, for Christ's sake. As a matter of fact, hey, George Soros, can you tell these people a little bit of your realism, please?
Yes. I am George Soros, and I want to tell you that I want all of you to continue to pay your taxes, and I want you to continue to be divided. I want to divide you all, and I want all of you to continue what you're doing because your life is mine. Everything is mine. This whole world is mine. The United States is mine. Everything is mine. And I want all of you Americans to open your border. I want you all to continue to embrace the globalism. I want you all to be in complete disorder. I want you all to be against one another, because then I can cause the economy to tank down the toilet, and I can buy all of your currency and all of your treasury and all of your stocks for cheap. I mean, don't you all remember when back in the 90s, when George Soros made $1 billion betting against the British pound? Do you all remember that? Do you all remember when I made $1 billion one day? I made $1 billion in one day betting against the British pound, in which I, George Soros, caused it to crash. Everything is mine. Everything is mine. All the gay people are mine. All the black children all over America are mine. Africa is mine. Your mother's Gucci is mine. Everything is mine. And I'm telling you, George Soros is going to show you true power.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, when you hear 70% taxation, these guys that you think are going to be taxed, they're not going to be taxed, man. I mean, let's take a step back. Do y'all remember the Occupy movement? Do y'all remember that? Occupy Wall Street. Now, what Occupy Wall Street didn't understand was that they didn't know what the hell they were talking about. All they kept talking about was taxing the rich, taxing the rich. The rich already knows how to shelter their money, you idiots. All right, when they talk about 70 percentile tax rate, they're talking about personal income, okay? Now, back when Occupy Wall Street was around, they were talking about the 1%, the 1%, the 1%. We got to tax the 1%, the 1%. Who was the 1% back then during Occupy Wall Street? Huh? Who was the 1%? It's anybody who made a personal income of over $250,000. That was the 1% back then. Anybody who made over $250,000 in a personal income was a part of the 1%. Now, let's say you're somebody who's a small business. Let's say you're somebody who's a high earner. I mean, do you believe because you made over $250,000 in your personal income tax that it should be taxed at 70%? It makes no sense. And most folks that are earners, most folks that make over $250,000 a year, they don't know how to they don't know how to shelter their money, man. They don't know how to shelter their money. Nobody teaches this stuff. That's why I try to convey these financial insights and social commentary so you folks can become aware of it, so that you can try to practice the same evil games as these people do, and shelter your money and shelter your wealth and build your wealth and create more wealth and accumulate assets, etc. But of course, they don't teach you that in public education. They don't teach you that either in college. You know, they don't teach you none of that stuff. You know what they teach you how to do? Obey. That's what they teach you how to do. And not to mention, nowadays, the public education system is teaching your children how to be dependent on other systems. I mean, just think about it. The way our education system is ran today, it's the exact same infrastructure, the exact same system as our prison system. If you take a look at the prison system, when they go to chow, when they go to eat, all the prisoners segregate themselves, black folks over there and white folks over here and the Mexicans over there and you know, these people over here, all that. It's the same way in public education. All right? It's the same way in public education. And what is public education trying to do? They're trying to get you dependent on other systems, man. Okay, you're in the public education system. You're in the public education system, and let's say because they put you in this warped social environment, because, I mean, I'm telling you, the social environment that is the public education system is the prison system. And in the process of being subjected to this very warped social system, they want you to get in trouble so that maybe you are, you know, maybe you're on, you get taken down by the police or you get busted for something and you got to go into the juvenile hall system. And once you get out of the juvenile hall system, you'll be a part of the probation system. You know? If this is prevalent in your area, if you don't go to school, you'll be a part of the truancy system. All right, if you get pregnant when you're 16, 15 years old, you are now part of the child support system. You may be a part of the welfare system. You may be a part of the WIC system. I mean, do you understand? That's what public education is trying to do to each and every one of our children. They're not educating our children, man. They're not educating our children. They're institutionalizing our children, man. They're institutionalizing our children so that they can be dependent on systems. So who's going to be employed? When all the goddamn people in America become dependent on the government, who's going to make the money? It's going to be the federal workers that everybody's pissing and moaning about because of the shutdown. It's going to be the government bureaucrats that get the long-term employment, that get the seniority pay every year regardless of what job they do. They could do a shit job, they could do a great job, and they get seniority pay. Who gets the great benefits? The federal bureaucrats, the people that work in government. And as I've stated, folks, the government jobs, you can eliminate 90% of them, and government and everyone in America would be just fine. It would be just fine. I mean, I'm just saying, folks, I mean, this is what is happening to you young people, and I hope that you're getting something from this. I hope that you're getting something from this, man. Because this whole idea that, hey, we're going to tax the rich 70%, that is an abstract concept. That's not telling you the whole story about what's going to happen. And look, even if they do tax the rich 70%, what's going to happen with all that money? It's just going to create more and more Frankensteinish bureaucracy that has a life of its own. Don't you understand that? When you create a new government bureaucracy, it becomes a cellular system of its own. You know, the politics, the kiss ass, all that stuff that's involved in bureaucratic systems, it becomes a life of its own. So that's why I'm telling each and every one of you out there, man, wake up. It is your time now, man. But it's your time, but you have to be aware of it. You've got to get yourself a little bit more aware in your head. You've got to get educated. You got to get knowledgeable. You can't be dependent on anything, man. Good God. I'm just saying, folks, I mean, 70% taxation of the rich is not going to do anything but just explode government. And all this idea, you know, everybody wants to be rich. I mean, that's the American dream. I want to be rich. I want to be a star. I want to do this. I want to do that. If the federal government, the municipal government, and the state government jobs supersede private enterprise, supersede private sector jobs, there isn't going to be any opportunity to be rich. There isn't going to be an opportunity to be a big rich star. It's not. There's not going to be any opportunity for that. Because when the government takes control of the entire society, it's the government that dictates who the artists are. It's the government that dictates who the movie stars are. It's the government, man. And we should be able to conduct ourselves and live our lives in our own merit, with our own skills, with our own creativity, and live our own lives. What the hell's so wrong about that? What happened to you liberals? I remember you liberals were all about opening your mind, expanding your mind, opening your mind to other perceptions, other religions, other this, other that. You were against curbing speech. You were about pushing boundaries. What the hell happened to you sick maniacs? I mean, I remember it wasn't even that long ago. I mean, y'all remember 2000, 2001, 2004, 2006? I mean, don't y'all remember? All of you liberals were supposedly anti-war. You were so against George W. Bush because he sent Americans to die in massive amounts, and his whatever military objective was killed not only millions of people in the actual wars itself, but has killed and displaced hundreds of millions of people. And, you know, all of a sudden, you leftists are now looking at George W. Bush as some kind of a damn hero. I mean, you know, you've got the president pulling out right now of Syria, okay? And because he's pulling out of Syria, and of course these CIA or whatever, ISIS attacked America's interests, or, you know, 4 Americans were dead in an ISIS attack out in Syria in what is this? I don't know how to pronounce this city. Manbij. Because we've got this so-called hit by ISIS, now all of a sudden you've got these same folks who were on the left, who were anti-war when George W. Bush was president, who were anti-war when the initial theater of combat initiated in Afghanistan, who were anti-war when they initiated the theater of combat in Iraq, are now for war. Leftists are now for war. You've got Trump literally taking American troops out of a very hostile situation that was created by previous administrations. And now you've got leftists saying, no, we want more war. We want to keep the troops in there. We want to continue on with this ridiculous secret let me just put the intelligence agency quagmire is more like it. And I'm just saying, what happened to you leftists, man? What happened to you guys? I thought y'all were anti-war, man. I thought y'all were about, you know, not killing people. I thought y'all were about bringing back the troops. What the hell happened to you people? Seriously, what the hell happened to you people? I'm amazed. I mean, I'm completely amazed by you. I mean, it just goes to show you y'all never had any true backbone, for heaven's sake. You had nothing. Had no true backbone whatsoever. I see somebody in the chat room saying the new left is globalism. You're damn right. You're goddamn right. And listen, who was the proponent for a global society? It was Karl Marx. It was Karl Marx, the Communist Manifesto. I mean, who was the guy that advocated for a central bank? Karl Marx. And that's what I'm saying, folks. I mean, what we're witnessing right now with this whole globalization, it is not to make us free people so that we can travel the world and not have to have passports or whatever the hell they're trying to sell you. It's about the centralization of world power. The centralization of world power. You know, I'm just saying, you know, you assholes on the left, I'm looking at them on the media right now. They're bitching and moaning that Trump's pulling out troops in Syria. What a disgrace, man. What a disgrace. Trump is pulling out troops from harm's way, and you've got leftists wanting them to be there to continue killing people and potentially killing themselves. Unfreaking believable, man. Unbelievable. This is the new left, though, right? This is the new left. Oh, my God. And then, of course, race hustling, poverty pimping, and dividing the country. That's what the left loves to do. That's why it's so easy. It's so easy to be a leftist, man. I'm not even kidding. I mean, all you've got to do is pretend like you care. Look, let me show you what a leftist is. Look, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this, okay? You know what? I care right now about these poor children that are starving in the streets. I care about all the war that is debilitating our that's all it is. It's all a bunch of crap. It's all a bunch of horse crap. Look at me, I care about black people. Look at me, I care about Mexican people. Look at me, I care about these people. What are you doing? It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Jeez Christ, man. And now you've got Nancy Pelosi. I don't know if you've heard this here recently, okay? But Nancy Pelosi came out publicly and told the president to postpone his State of the Union address. Now, many people are interpreting this political move differently, but I want to be honest with you. I think she did this because she knows that she can't contain this wacky, kookster, House of Representative Democrat party from potentially making an ass of itself out there during the State of the Union address. I'm not even joking around. I think that's what it all comes down to. I told you guys when the House of Representatives flipped for the Democrats that, man, this was a circus sideshow that was elected. A complete circus sideshow. And now you've got some of these people speaking at the House. They're cursing. You know, they're talking all kinds of crap. They are going to literally disrupt the decorum of the House of Representatives. And I think that's why Nancy Pelosi wants Trump to postpone the State of the Union, because I don't think that she can contain, as the Speaker of the House, these lunatics that have been elected in the House of Representatives. And what are they going to do? They could potentially boo the president. They could yell and scream at the president. I mean, you don't think that some of these stupid House of Representatives are going to try to utilize the State of the Union media coverage to potentially stand up and try to yell the president as he's standing, giving the State of the Union? Of course that's what's going to happen. Of course that's what's going to happen. And Nancy Pelosi can't uphold the decorum of the damn House of Representatives. That's why. That's why she is trying to come out publicly and tell Donald Trump to postpone the goddamn State of the Union. Because this old plastic-faced Pelosi can't handle her own party because it's a bunch of lunatics, man. It's a bunch of lunatics. I mean, you got a couple of Muslims in there. I mean, and look, you know, I'm not trying to hate on anybody, okay? I'm not trying to hate on anybody. But America is supposed to be secular, right? It's supposed to be secular. And those governing our United States of America, whatever religious interpretation they are, they're supposed to be governing in a secular perspective. They're supposed to be able to differentiate the secular form of government from their sphere of consciousness of their faith. And now, for whatever reason, unless you happen to be a Christian, all right, now all of a sudden you've got all these different representative religions and races and all these people that are in the House of Representatives that are now utilizing those faiths, those race hustles, those poverty pimpings as a means to gain political traction. So I'm just saying, man, this is just it's going way out of proportion out here. And I am really sick and tired of the left being hypocrites and nobody's saying anything about it. Nobody's saying anything about this stuff. I mean, I remember when the leftists were anti-war, and now they want more war going on. I mean, if they wanted, I want to be honest with you, okay? I want to be honest with you. If they really wanted to take out Bashar al-Assad, which they really didn't, if you want my personal opinion. I mean, let's go take a step back on the Arab Spring. Remember the Arab Spring? And remember Obama was championing the Arab Spring. Remember the overthrowing of Mubarak in Egypt? You remember that? The freaking media was out here putting this goddamn revolution on some kind of a pedestal. And what happened after the first revolution of Egypt and the removal of Mubarak? The Muslim Brotherhood came to power, and guess who funded the Muslim Brotherhood? Guess who gave tax money to fund the government of the Muslim Brotherhood? Barack Obama. Barack Obama. Now, I'm just saying that if they really wanted to rid the Middle East of dictatorships, I mean, why would they, and I'm talking the United States under Obama, give money to the Muslim Brotherhood who took control of the government of Egypt? Now, luckily, there was a general in the military of Egypt that had enough fortitude and balls to overthrow, all right? To overthrow the damn Muslim Brotherhood so that there could be some resonance of law and order in power, and that's General, now President Sisi of Egypt. And believe it or not, you will never find Barack Obama or any of his members of administration in Egypt because there's warrants out for their arrest in Egypt. Do you know that? Huh? I bet you didn't know that. And why are there warrants for Obama's arrest in Egypt? Because they caused the revolution! They caused it. The media coverage, Google, nope, maybe I shouldn't be saying that because I'm on YouTube, but they had a hand in it. Their executive whale got them. Utilized their communication tools to be able to galvanize enough people to meet up at Tahrir Square. Remember Tahrir Square? And at first it started as a protest. Then it was an occupation. Then it turned out to be a catalyst to justify the overthrow of Mubarak, man. And then what happened right after Mubarak's overthrow, huh? Oh, we had to remove Muammar Gaddafi from Libya, right? Now, and look, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? All you socialists, all you leftists, how come you weren't pro-Gaddafi when Barack Obama and the EU decided that they were going to cancel Muammar Gaddafi's contract and eliminate him, huh? Where were all you leftists? Did you know that Muammar Gaddafi, to this day, ran the only sustainable, now we don't know how long it would have sustained itself because they overthrew Gaddafi's government, but the only sustainable recorded socialist model in history? Huh? I mean, don't you understand that? Do you understand that Muammar Gaddafi was a true socialist? He was a true socialist. He gave every goddamn Libyan free health care. He gave every Libyan citizen a cut of the oil revenues that the state sold on the world market. He gave everyone a free education. He gave everyone a free home. I mean, this guy was a true socialist. And yet, I didn't hear any of you leftists, I didn't hear any of you socialists, I didn't hear any of you communists cry when they illegally overthrew Gaddafi and I mean, literally executed him like he was no big deal. I'm not even joking around. I mean, where the hell were you leftists? Where the hell were you leftists at? All you socialists out there, that was look, I'm not promoting Muammar Gaddafi's socialist model, but all I'm simply stating is that he was a socialist and he gave to his people. All right? Where the hell were you all when Barack Obama, Mr. Leftism himself, decided that he and the EU were going to overthrow Muammar Gaddafi? Where the hell were you at? This was a socialist model that was working, you dumbass. Now, how long would it have worked? I mean, if you want my opinion, the only reason it worked was because Gaddafi was a leader and he actually cared about his people. Now, if Gaddafi died and his son was to take over, I doubt it'd be the same socialism. But now, what do we have right now in the Libyan provinces or the Libyan state right now? We've got nothing but goddamn terrorists all over the place. Jesus Christ. Yeah, y'all remember when Hillary Clinton talked about Muammar Gaddafi? We came, we saw, he died. Jesus Christ, man. And shut up, I'm not supporting socialism, shut up.
I'm just asking, where the hell were you leftists at? Where the hell were you, all you so-called socialists? You Ocasio-Cortezes, where the hell were you at? Where the hell are you at? Where the hell were you at?
Ghost, I didn't know. I didn't know that Gaddafi was a socialist.
You don't know shit from Shinola. That's what you don't know. Good God. I could do this all day, you know? I can do this all day. All right. And yeah, before I move on, and I think I'm going to do Radio Graffiti here in a second, Al-Shabaab, which we haven't heard from Al-Shabaab in a long goddamn time. They're out there in Kenya. They're the Kenya-based terrorist organization. They decided to do a terrorist attack in Nairobi. 15 dead. Now, Al-Shabaab, I'm going to be completely honest with you, is yet another faction that is loosely, if you want my opinion, affiliated with intelligence agencies that are supposedly on our side. All right, Al-Shabaab, if y'all want to take a look at a reference of who Al-Shabaab is, you've got to realize that Al-Shabaab was the same terrorist organization that had that rapping terrorist. Y'all remember that guy? The rapping terrorist? You know, he would show off his terrorist acts and start rapping like, yeah, we had a lot. I mean, I'm not even joking around. I'm not even kidding. That's Al-Shabaab. Now, one terrorist organization that no intelligence agency has a hold of, in my opinion, is Boko Haram. And I had been covering them for a long time. They are the sickest, most brutal terrorist organization because they are out of Nigeria. And 80% of Nigeria is Muslim. And they're committing all their terrorist acts in Nigeria, and it makes no goddamn sense. So, just FYI, just trying to get you acquainted with your worldwide terrorists out here. I'm just saying, all right? Anyway, folks. And look, I'm not supporting socialism, okay? I'm just simply stating, you people that are supposed socialists, how come you weren't there bitching and moaning and protesting Barack Obama and the EU when they overthrew this dude? I mean, you want to know why he really wanted to, the reason he was taken out. Let's just be honest. Let's just put it all on the table here. The reason that Muammar Gaddafi was taken out was because he wanted to make a new currency. He wanted to make a new currency that was backed up by gold. It was going to be called the gold dinar. And because he had a very tight-knit relationship with a lot of the OPEC countries, which are the oil-producing country, a lot of those oil-producing countries were open to utilizing the gold dinar to trade their oil as opposed to the United States dollar. Now, if Muammar Gaddafi was successful in doing this, folks, that would have sent the United States dollar value flush down the toilet. Because I want you all to know that you folks need to realize that the United States dollar, the only thing that gives it value is the fact that oil traders exclusively trade oil with US dollars on the world market. That's the only thing that makes the United States dollar valuable. It is fiat currency. It is nothing more than paper. The only thing that gives it value is that the OPEC countries, the oil-producing countries, are the ones who exclusively trade their oil in dollars. And if Muammar Gaddafi was able to somehow create the gold dinar as a substitute to the United States petrodollar, the United States dollar would have tanked to hell. So let's be, and not just the United States dollar, the euro and all these other currencies that are trying to vie for power out here. So anyway, now that we've gotten that all out of the way, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here, okay? I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart this stream because I don't know what the hell's going on here with the, I'm new to all this streaming garbage, all right? I'm new to all this streaming crap, so I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that it's buffering. There's a lot of things that are happening with the stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the stream here, and it shouldn't do anything. It should just be like the stream kind of stopped, and then it's going to come back on. And then when it comes back on, I'm going to go ahead and have the engineer put on the Insanity Control, which is the royalty-free heavy metal track that we use for the broadcast. And we're going to go ahead and go into Radio Graffiti, okay? That's what we're going to do. Before I do that, I do want to say cheers to everybody in here who is listening to the broadcast. I want to thank you all for listening to this serious broadcast. I had to do it, man. I had to do this serious broadcast. And I really appreciate everybody chilling in here and listening. And, I mean, this is what this is about, man. I mean, I'm not just saying all this. I'm not just saying all this to kind of, blow smoke up anybody's asses here. I'm doing this to try to enlighten you. I'm trying to do this to illuminate your mind, baby, all right? It's all I'm trying to do here, all right? Here, let me have a chug of beer, and then we're going to restart everything and see what happens, all right? And it's not pre-recorded, ass cracks, all right? So don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back, all right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to restart this this software here, all right? And we're going to see where we're at. And then what I'm going to do is once I restart the software, you should hear the metal music that I usually play on this broadcast. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more beers, and then we're going to get and try to set up Radio Graffiti while we're at it, and see if we can get to the business. All right. So everybody, don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are. If you got to take a pee break, or you got to pinch a loaf, or you got to go get some snacks or some goodies or some beer or some libations, whatever the case might be, we're going to go ahead and be right back. All right. So don't go anywhere. Radio Graffiti will be on next. What I'm going to do now, once again, is turn off this damn software, restart it. And once we've restarted it, we're going to go ahead and put on some music. And then when I come back after that, it is Radio Graffiti time. All right, folks? I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
we're back, man. I'm sorry about that, man. I want to be honest with you folks. I don't know what the hell is going on with the text-to-speech or anything like that. I just saw that, you try to look up the Streamlabs there. It says you can't find the broadcaster or whatever. I've logged into the damn... I've logged into the goddamn Streamlabs. I'm logged into it now. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm still trying to get all this, man. I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out, for heaven's sake. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I don't know what the hell's going on with the damn Streamlabs donations. All right, so sorry about that. We'll figure that out next time. All right, next broadcast, for Christ's sake, and we'll see what happens. All right. Anyway, we are back, folks. I think it's about time for everybody's favorite part of the broadcast. And I'm talking about radio graffiti! Anyway, for Christ's sake. Anyway, listen, I don't know what's going on to text-to-speech or any of that stuff, so we're going to work that out before the Friday show. And like I said, whatever happens to the broadcast, all right? Whatever happens to the broadcast, make sure to go and bookmark and add to your favorites ghost.report. You see that right there on your screen. That's what you need to get to here, all right? That's what you need to get to, just in case anything happens to us as it pertains to YouTube or as it pertains... Anything happens, okay? All right? Make sure to add to your bookmarks and your favorite ghost.report. Okay, now that we're here, let's go ahead to get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast. And I'm talking about radio graffiti! That's right. Let's go ahead and get to radio graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do right now is give me a call at 604-9052. And when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. Hey, I don't know what's going on, man. I really don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm logged into the damn Streamlabs here. I mean, I'm logged into it. I don't get it. I don't get what the hell's going on here. I mean, I'm logged into the son of a bitch, and unfortunately, I'm clicking on like, hey, this is your URL where your viewers can send the donate. I can't. There's nothing. It's nothing. It says we're unable to find this broadcaster. What the hell is that crap? The hell is that crap? Anyway, I gotta figure it. I gotta figure it out. We'll figure it all out. All right. Either way, we'll figure it out. Anyway, engineer, are we hooked up for radio graffiti time? All right, let's go ahead and get to some goddamn radio graffiti right now. All right, once again, folks, if you want to be a part of radio graffiti, just call the number that's right there in front of you, 515-604-9052, and we'll see what's going on here, okay? We'll see what's going on. I don't know. I don't know if I'm 404 or what the hell's going on here, but it's annoying. All right, it's annoying. But regardless, we're going to continue on the broadcast and let's get to radio graffiti right goddamn now. All right. How about hold on? Let's turn it up, engineer, so we can hear the goddamn we can hear the calls here. How about 214 radio graffiti? Oh man, we could barely hear you, for Christ's sake. Why don't you yell a little louder if you want people to hear you? All right. How about who else we got here? How about 515 Radio Graffiti?
African booty scratcher. This is Sparta Radio Graffiti. I love avocados all my goddamn life.
Man, we can't even hear you.
I'm not paying what I'm paying for a goddamn avocado. It's a condiment. Look at this. Come on, God.
Wait, is that African? We can barely hear the African booty scratcher. Man, we can't even hear the African booty scratcher, man. I mean, we could come on, man. We can't hear it. I can't even hear it. I can hear African booty scratcher. I can see what he's. Man, this is horrible. All right, this is horrible. This is completely horrible. And what's going on now? Now the stream's complete. Now we're off stream. What the hell's going on, man? What's going on with it? Now we're back on stream. Good God, what's going on here, man? Come on! Come on! What's going on here? Jesus Christ, I don't have an Obama connection. Go shove it up your ass, all right? Good God. Everything's going wrong. What a horrible Wednesday broadcast this is. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, all right? Everything. Oh, Christ, and shut up. Shut up out there that are saying that I'm an old man that doesn't know technology. Go shove it up your ass, all right? Who else we got here? I got 269, Raider Graffiti.
I'm so serious. I'm sure you're an old man who doesn't know technology. I'm sure you know.
All right, shut up, you freaking, you asshole. Go shove it up your ass, please, all right? I mean, just shove it up your damn clogged up pooper already. I refuse to believe that's the real internet butt stalker. I refuse to believe that. How about 415 Raider Graffiti? No, we're not playing that. I'm on YouTube, asshole. I'm on YouTube. Hey, I'm turning up the volume. I don't know how much more volume I need. I mean, where's the freaking volume on this thing? All right, I mean, you can't get any more higher than this, for heaven's sake, man. Good God, look at this. Everything's all the way up. Everything's all the way up. It's these people. They gotta speak a little louder. All right, all you folks that are on hold, speak a little louder. Although people in the chat room are saying they can hear you. I don't know. We'll see. All right, how about 317 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, I'm calling in again this week. I'm glad the show's taking a serious note again. I'm tired of those people that keep sending audio share to you.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, no kidding. It was refreshing to do a serious show, to say the least. But then again, I mean, I'd like for people to, be interactive and, do text to speech. It could help the show for folks that want to, ask a question and, that want to chime in about certain issues and topics that are being discussed here. And here I am. I'm logged into the goddamn. I'm logged in. I am logged in right now to Streamlabs, and I'm looking at the damn. I'm going to the damn link, and it says Streamlabs. We're unable to find this broadcaster. How the hell does that work? How the hell does that work? I'm on Streamlabs right now. I'm on it right now, for Christ's sake. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. What the hell's going on here? All right, what's going on here? Oh, my God. All right, let me try something else. Let me try something else again, all right? Let me log out of this. All right, let me log back into it, because, I want to know the problem here. I want to know the issue, all right? I want to know the issue that's happening here. Good God. What do we have here? Come on, Maine, is all I got to say. Why doesn't technology ever just do what it's supposed to? You know what I mean? Why doesn't technology ever do what it's supposed to do? I don't get it. I don't get it. Jeez Christ, man. I have no idea what this is. I don't have any idea. I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying, Jesus Christ. What is this? What is this? I don't get this. Are you kidding me? I mean, this is what I have to do. I have to go through a whole damn rigmarole out here. Oh, Christ. All right, I have no idea. I'm sorry, folks. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this text-to-speech stuff. All right, I have no idea what the hell is going on. I have no idea. I have no goddamn clue what the hell's happening here. I have none. No clue whatsoever. I'm just trying to do a broadcast here, man. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do a damn broadcast. Good God, man. That's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm just trying to do a goddamn broadcast. I don't get it. Anyway, look. Even if we can't do text to speech and all that stuff, it will be rectified by Friday. All right, it'll be rectified by Friday. All right, that's all there is to it. I don't get it. I have no idea what the hell's going on. Jesus Christ, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, and shut up. I'm not an old man that doesn't know what he's doing. Shut up. How about 956 Radio Graffiti?
Ghost, you want to join my Minecraft server?
No, I don't play those stupid video games, all right? I don't play Minecraft. I don't play any video games anymore, all right? I like to play the game of life. That's what I do, all right? Jeez Christ. How about 502 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost. So, Dash Coin. More like, Rainbow Dash Coin, am I right, huh? Gamers rise up.
Oh, shut up, Rainbow Dash Coin. Go shove it up your ass, you brony, all right? Why don't you take what I'm saying and understand what's going on, all right? How about that? Good God. Who else do we have here, for heaven's sake? How about 636 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Robert Chomsky. Thanks for the pre-recorded, Radio Graffiti.
Can you just shove it up your ass? There ain't no you're talking, you idiot. We talking about pre-recorded. You're talking. Man, what a bad this has been a horrible show. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. I'm telling you this right now. It makes me sick. It makes me utterly sick. I don't get it. I don't get it. How about 660 Radio Graffiti?
Yo, Ghost, what's good?
What up, man?
Hey, I just wanted to ask, how did you and Engineer meet?
Well, that's between me and the engineer, and maybe we'll talk about it in a book later or something. I'm not going to tell you the extent of our relationship. All right, let's just put it like that. Just he works for me, and that's what it is. All right, right, engineer? Yes, sir. I mean, he works for me, all there is to it. All right. Who else do we have here, man? I haven't even been able to enjoy beers here. I've been figuring out what the hell's going on. How about 480 Radio Graffiti?
Hi, Ghost. This is an Angry Freddy fan. I hope you're having a good 11 years, since I'm very sorry about the trolls, okay? Forgive me.
Are you kidding me? Huh? It never ends, all right? It never ends with these trolls, all right? It never ends. It's my life. Don't you forget. Jesus Christ. How about 812 Radio Graffiti?
Come on, Ghost. 956 stole my diamonds. Please join our server.
Shut up, all right? Just shut up about joining Minecraft servers and all this other crap. Go shove it up your ass, man. Come on, man. Good God, man. Good God. I don't get it. Who else do we have here? How about 757 Radio Graffiti?
Oh, hey, Ghost. I love the show. How's it going, man?
Not too bad. I wish it was going a little better. I don't know what the hell's going on with all this text-to-speech crap, but other than that, I'm all right.
Oh, good. I was just looking up some pictures of this Julian Castro guy, and his smile disturbs me. It is like he is smiling way too hard, and if I saw that smile at a public restroom late at night, I would be running for my asshole.
Yeah, well, hey, look, I'm just, that's your personal opinion, okay? But I want to be honest with you. I wouldn't trust Julian Castro as far as I can throw him, man. I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw him. This guy is a creepy son of a bitch. He is a liar. This guy could care less about anybody but his own political self. And I don't understand what he's going to run on. I mean, what does this asshole think that he's going to run on? I have no idea. I have no goddamn idea what he thinks he's going to run on, but give me a damn break, okay? Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? How about 814 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost.
What's up, man?
Do you think Media Share is going to be removed due to all the trolls?
Well, I wouldn't want it to be removed. I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, I did wanted to give it a break. I went into some place. I went in somewhere and disabled something or did. I don't know what the hell I did, to be completely honest with you. I have no idea. Can we test this? Can we test a donation here? Can we test it?
I'd buy that for $1.
This is a test donation for $1.
All right, well, that's great. How come for whatever reason it says we're unable to find this broadcast? It doesn't even make any sense, man. Good God, man. It doesn't even make any goddamn sense. Anyway, we'll have this rectified by Friday. Let's just put it that way. But thank you for your concern. How about area code 908 Radio Graffiti?
Hi, Ghost.
What's up, man?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
So, I was with my sister yesterday, and I fucked the shit out of her, man. She was good.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. You're a real son of a bitch. All right, you're just shut up. Can you please just shut up, please? Good God. Who else do we have here, for heaven's sake? How about 832 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost. I was just wondering about, like, the stream relays. Where can we find these relays, and where can we find the viewer statistics regarding them?
Well, don't worry about it, okay? There's relays out there. Just because you're not invited to them doesn't mean that they don't exist, all right? What a bunch of scumbags, man. What a bunch of... Well, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on, man! Oh, Christ. And you know, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's move on. Let's continue. Who else do we have here? How about area code 916 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, how's it going, Gus?
What's up, man?
I was just wondering if you or what were your opinions on the whole R. Kelly situation? I feel like that shit should have got taken care of.
The R. Kelly situation? Are you serious? This guy's a piece of garbage, man. He's a sick asshole. He's a sick man. All right? I mean, that's what I think personally about the R. Kelly situation. He's a sick puppy. All right? And why anyone is out here promoting this guy is beyond me. It's beyond me. I have no damn idea. All right? No damn idea whatsoever. So I don't know what the hell's going on, and I don't know why you... Are you pro R. Kelly or something? Jesus Christ. 717 Radio Graffiti. All right, shove it up your ass with that Wu-Tang crap, all right? Go shove it up your ass, all right? Seriously, go shove it up your ass, for Christ's sake, man. I'm not even joking around. I mean, you know, episode 7 was banned because Wu-Tang Clan over here decided that it was gonna, I don't know, I guess he thought it was just gonna be, I don't know what the hell. I don't even know what the hell Wu-Tang was doing. But they're the reason why you can't watch episode 7, so we'll see what happens, all right? How about area code 864 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, I've been listening in since about 2008. I've worked on your show. I was wondering if I could tell you right quick how your show saved my financial situation.
All right, go ahead, man.
Well, when I was really young, I grew up fairly poor and had a single mother who worked about 2 or 3 jobs sometimes to keep me up. But by the time I was about 19, 20, I was still in a tough situation. And so I applied for food stamps and such, and we had to move around a lot for jobs. But thanks to 312, I'm still collecting from about 6 different states. Oh, well, yeah, it's 213, you idiot, not 312. You see, that just goes to show you how fake of a damn moron you are. You can't even tell a troll and do it right without stumbling and mumbling over your own tongue, you dumb idiot. How about 917 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, how are you? It's your boy Keem Scares here. And honestly, you should make a segment for donations instead of having them play throughout the whole show.
What do you mean by that?
For instance, when you play the donations during the show, nothing can be said, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Donations like Rant Ranch.
Well, you know, we could try. We're trying it. I mean, I want to be honest with you. I mean, not having any donations here was actually a pretty decent show, to say the least. I mean, I you know, come on. I mean, you know, we got some substance going on out here. You know what I mean? We got some substance going on, and I'm really appreciative of it. I think it's a decent, been a decent show, to say the least. It's been a goddamn decent show. So anyway, let's continue going. Who else do we have here? How about area code? How about 925 Radio Graffiti?
Ghost, you there?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Well, where I'm at right now is a big storm going around. It's terrible. I mean, the storm is
Oh my God! Why can't we hear these sons of bitches better than this? I don't understand. Why can't we hear these sons of bitches better than this? Here, let me see this. How about that? Let's try this. Let's try this version. Let's see what happens with this. Let me see if this helps any. How about 908 Radio Graffiti? What was that? I can't hear any of these people, man. Can you speak up? I mean, I'm trying to look for a way to.
How do you feel about Jalen Hurts going to Oklahoma?
Yeah, why would you even bring that up, you piece of crap? Y'all are trying to troll me up in this son of a bitch, all right? I mean, come on, man. Come on! Jesus Christ, what do we have here, for heaven's sake, all right? Let's continue going. Let's move on. How about who else do we have here? How about 713 Radio Graffiti?
Ghost?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, man. I just want to say thanks to the show. I'm glad that you're back, and first time I've ever gotten to talk to you, and I've been listening to you for about a year or so now, and you give a lot of good advice.
I appreciate that. I tried to, man. I tried to. I mean, you know, some of the advice I gave, you know, helped you out a little bit.
Yes, sir. It sure did. I'm from Houston, and so I'm right here in Texas with you. And I'm also a Texas history teacher, a 7th grade Texas history teacher.
All right, man. That's cool to hear, man.
Yeah, we just started talking about the Texas Revolution today.
Well, I'm glad, because the Texas Revolution is very important. All right, it's very important because the Texas martyrs should be celebrated out here. I know we got a lot of ass cracks that are out here that are trying to say that, I don't know, the Texas martyrs were one thing or another. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do. But all I'm simply stating is that they were heroes. They were folks out there trying to, you know, fight for their rights to settle Texas. And what people don't understand is that Santa Anna had a land agreement with the Texas settlers, and it was Santa Anna that decided that he was going to be, I don't know, Indian giver, and decided that he wanted to take back the land that he allowed the Texans to settle so that he could take it for himself. And the Texans weren't going to have none of that, man. They weren't going to have none of that. None of that whatsoever. So anyway, let's continue going here. Who else do we have? We got how about area code 339 Radio Graffiti?
I mean, what a kookster. Why would you, Wu-Tang Clan, think that you has any chance at presidency whatsoever? Can somebody explain that to me? Now, F you, Wu-Tang Clan. You're a freaking bunch of studio gangsters. As far as I'm concerned, I think that you are the ones that are throwing a wrench in the economy. Because as I stated, this is the kookiest land I've ever seen in my life. Back then, you had a lot of people.
Man, I just said this, for Christ's sake, man. I just said that. Look, this has been a horrible show as far as I'm concerned. People can barely hear the goddamn... They can't even hear the damn... I've got the damn thing all the way up, man. I've got the whole damn thing all the way up. Nobody can hear a goddamn thing. I'm going to... Look, I'll take a couple of more of these and we're getting out of here. This has been a horrible show. Horrible show. And we're going to figure out... We're going to get to the bottom of what happened to the whole media crap. I don't know if I clicked something wrong or I did something wrong. I don't know what the hell I did. But either way, we're going to get it fixed. And on Friday, we'll be back with the media shares. Just, don't be playing anything copyrighted, all right? All right, don't be playing anything copyrighted, for Christ's sake. How about, who do we got here? How about 518 Radio Graffiti?
African booty scratcher. This is Sparta, Radio Graffiti.
San Antonio Fireworks Police Department, Officer Scratcher speaking.
Yeah, I want to know why in the blue hell I have been listening to fireworks for the past hour. I thought it was illegal. I thought San Antonio, Texas was going to enforce some shit.
Oh, don't worry, Sid. It's probably some kids having fun on New Year.
I wanted to pop fireworks.
Hey, calm down. We'll deal with it. Have a nice day and Happy New Year. Hey, yo, man, who was that? Some lonely old fat jealous that kids are having fun on New Year without him. Can you believe this, Sid? Oh, we got some fried rice.
All right. You son of a bitch, African booties. All right, look, I've had enough, all right? I've had enough, all right? I've had enough of this. This has been a horrible show, all right? And I don't know why we're having such a low volume on this goddamn Radio Graffiti crap. I don't know why, for whatever reason, the text-to-speech wouldn't come in. I don't know why the hell is I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. I want to be honest with you. This is my whole, this is my first intro into all this streaming stuff on YouTube, man. This is my first introduction to all this nonsense. Oh, God, man. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't even know what to do. All right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're going to rectify this situation before Friday, okay? And we're going to bring back the media share. Hopefully you sons of bitches, play right with the media share. We're going to have to turn that off. We're going to try to have a Baller Friday. We're going to get all the kinks worked out of whatever the hell's happening here, okay? We're going to get it all worked out, and everything's going to be all right, all right? Everything will be all right. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, let me continue going here. Friday will be the new Baller Friday show. We're going to get everything rectified. We'll be a little bit more managed. Right, engineer? We'll be a little bit more managed around here, right? And I just, I don't know what the hell, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the hell's going on, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, thank you all for listening to this broadcast. Baller Friday will be a hell of a lot better of a stream. We're going to get to whatever the hell's going on with the donations and with the text-to-speech. We're going to get the situation with the goddamn Radio Graffiti, see what we could do there. See if we can up the damn volume there, etc. And I have to blame you, engineer. I got to blame you for this whole screwed up goddamn situation here on the damn stream, man. You know what I mean? We should be a lot better than this, for Christ's sake, man. Are you going to get it straight the next time, engineer? Damn it! I hope so, man! I hope so! We can't have a show like this, you son of a bitch! We can't have a show! I may even do a test stream tomorrow. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Engineer, you better get this straight. That's all I'm saying. You better get this damn thing straight, because I got hundreds of thousands of listeners that are listening right now. Do you understand that? All right, folks. I'm getting the hell out of here, okay? And we'll figure out what the hell happened with the whole situation. Friday, be here anywhere between 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Texas Time to 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Texas Time. That's why you got to subscribe, hit the bell notification, and it'll show you exactly when exactly I'm going to be doing a stream live. You got to be here live. And shut up, I'm not abusing the freaking engineer. Shut up. All of you assholes in the chat room, go shove it up your ass. Listen, the engineer's got a job to do. He's got a job to do. Shut up, I didn't ruin the broadcast. I don't know what the hell happened. We're going to figure it out. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. We're going to figure it out, and we're going to figure it out pretty goddamn fast here. I'm going to figure out what happened. Anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm going to be back on Friday. And once again, whatever happens to this stream, make sure to add to your bookmarks and your favorites ghost.report. Okay? Ghost.report. Put that in your browser right now. You see this? Right there by the names of subscribers, etc. http://ghost.report. All right? That is my official social media. All right? That's my official social media. And that's when, if anything happens to the YouTube stream or anything happens to anything, that's where you can find me, ghost.report. Make sure to spread that link around the internets and throughout the world. And shut up! I'm not abusing the engineer! Shut up! Anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. Thank you guys for listening. This concludes episode 8. It's time for serious business of the Ghost Show. And I'll be back on Baller Friday, and things should be a lot different, a lot better. It'll be a lot different, changed, etc. I'm out of here. Thank you for listening to the Ghost Show. I am out of here.